I almost never drink. Not a big drink.
Yay, we're live with the purveyor of the void and the bard.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew. Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Van Sampson,
Curtis M. Lawson,
Paul Christian Glenn, Joshua Rex, Raz, Rob Smale.
Hi! Welcome back to another episode of Clutch of Personalities. Unfortunately, we don't have the Dell because she's at a con, but we do have the Raz and the Steven, which makes the world so much better.
I don't know about that.
So,
that's questionable.
You guys have made my life better. I have enjoyed reading all of y'all's stuff that I've been able to get my grubby little paws on. Luckily, one of you just sends me arcs and calls it good.
I know I did not hear you correctly.
What did I say?
I'm just
going to said she likes turtles.
I collect owls and chickens.
I thought you said something to do with roosters. Never mind.
No, arcs.
I was singing a song about roosters.
You have to send me any unsolicited pictures. So, but I get all the stories.
Chickens or roosters?
Well, I collect chickens.
I think Stefan wants the rooster pics. Send them all to Stefan Lear, please.
Ooh, my neighbor has some beautiful ones in his yard. It'll be awesome. Yes, I live next to a chicken farm. So, anyway, so there is this amazing Kickstarter for more lore for the Mythos with some of the most beautiful hardbacks, beautiful paperbacks, and a beautiful cloth cover book. And if you guys have not read any of the stories, please, wherever links go, get one. And Steven, why? Not why, but what started the idea for wanting to get all the beautiful people together?
Well, it started on a dark, stormy night. And I was in the middle of digging up a grave and figured, I need to bring more souls to the old ones. So this is my bid to get more people involved. That's how it all started.
How many views did your unboxing video get?
What unboxing video?
You said you were digging up a grave. So
Oh,
did you
that
make an unboxing video?
that was smooth. I see what you did there. That was good. I like that.
I never keep
Lily,
records. Hi.
you're on the wrong side of the screen, though, Lily. You need to.
Yeah,
I
he sent you a link.
never keep records of my misdeeds or
Oh, okay.
my Mr. Deeds.
Listen. You need to start and then just use face swap. Just to really mess with people. Just go out there and commit like 10 crimes like no one like is physically like there for, and just face swap them with like different celebrities. The world would go like complete chaos.
I'm pretty sure that cloning exists. So I just need 10 clones. That way I can go to a city and pick a time in the middle of the night to commit 10 different crimes. And
We
then
could
there
3D print your likeness.
and then it doesn't matter if it's on video because there can't be 10 of the same person. So there's got to be something wrong. I'm being framed.
Yep.
So
Great.
I have a future criminal career, but it depends on clones.
Yeah. And we saw what
I love
happened with
that.
Michael Keaton in Multiplicity, so I don't know, man.
Well, Jenny, are
Yes.
you gonna clone yourself?
Well, that brought up an interesting thought process from the Howard. I'm originally Howard, and I read the Howard family books by Robert A. Heinlein, and they would make clones of themselves and then transfer their mind over to the body. And in those clones, they would remove all the things that had made their original body break down, like whatever mutations that gave them arthritis or whatever, or if they got really, really old. And then, yeah, I'd just grab Raz and Martha and Josh, and we'd all get transferred over, and we'd have new, awesome bodies that we could stay in our mid-20s.
You know, that reminds me of I'm not sure if the name of the series that it was based on was called, excuse me, Altered Carbon, but there was a Netflix series called Altered Carbon, and bodies were interchangeable. Your whole being was located in these discs about this big, and you would insert them right there at the base of the neck. So all your thought processes, your personality, everything was stored digitally. And then they called them sleeves. Your body was your sleeve. And I thought that would be really cool. So, yeah, I need some sleeves.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
I could be Magic Mike.
Cool.
Different kind of sleeve.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Most women don't like to be called a sleeve, but that's beside the point. Anyway, which character that you have written do you want to have a lunch date with and ask them all the most wonderful questions? Gentlemen.
Repeat that one more time.
Which character that you have written do you want to have a lunch date with and just ask them all types of wonderful questions?
Oh my god. I feel like every time you ask me that, it changes depending on my mood at the time.
I know it
right
does.
now
That's why I keep asking.
It's 1,000,000% Mr. Jones right now, man. Like, of all the monsters I've created, he's the one that fascinates me the most. And that I think I know. Like, even more so than like Riker and everything with the Mime series or, Sons of Crimson, like there's just something about that character, and that was the second short story I ever wrote in my professional career. The second one, actually, the first of my actual professional career, honestly. And he's the oldest one, and that sequel to his original story that I just finished has me like so in his mind as this being that like I need more questions answered. You know what I mean? I have to
Sure, I
answer more
understand.
questions, and I feel like only he can answer them now.
What about you, Stefan?
I don't think I want to have a sit down date with any of my characters. They're all fucked up. No.
You don't want to ask any of them questions?
No. Hi,
Tom Dog.
They are. Who was that?
Tom Dog. He says hi.
Hey, what's up, dude? No, they're all messed up. Every central character that that comes to me, I'm not sure if create is the proper word, because I sort of have this theory that there's this nether region that exists, and writers are able to tap into it and just pull bits out of that nether and then write about those stories. So
we're channeling.
Channeling would be a very good word for it. But whether that's another reality or a parallel universe or what, I don't know. But
So
I think
in Number the Beast, Jake Burroughs had made a machine that he could put in the back of a car, anything, any spaceship, and he could use it to jump dimensions. And in the book, they jumped through different dimensions. They jumped into Oz. They jumped into multiple other stories. And yeah, that would be fun.
Nice.
I forget.
Characters of Lily's would kill her as soon as she sat down at what she's done to them.
I'm not that desperate to be murdered.
Oh.
See, Lily and I think alike. It's, I guess my characters might call me a snitch because I'm telling their deep, dark secrets to everyone. And you know what they say. Snitches get stitches.
Yeah. It's weird because a lot of the characters I write, like a lot of my favorite ones, have like different parts of me, like so ingrained in them as I'm writing them just unintentionally that like it's just the equivalent of me murdering myself, which I feel like I've been doing my whole life. One thing at a time. I'm not sure. I think maybe I would want to just get it over with all at once. All right, guys, I don't have another 40 years left to do this shit. Today is the day.
Speaking of not having 40 years left, I think when I have to wear Depends, I want to get a really good filmography crew, and I want to go off into the woods, and I want to run up to a brown bear and punch him in the nose, and then film it to where me and the brown bear just have it out. Just wham, wham. Yeah. And I want to show that I want to traumatize everyone and show that at my funeral.
See, my plan is sort of like the same with the film crew, but I go in a different direction where it's going to be a documentary called Finding Raz Squatch. And that's the moment I retire to the northern forests of Canada and just disappear and become the next legendary, cryptid. Like that's my exit. I'm already in an emotional support cryptid for multiple people in my life, so I feel like I just need to make it real now.
I think I'm trying to decide between fighting a bear and jumping from 40,000 feet out of an airplane.
You'd have to do it like in like a costume that would ruin people's childhoods forever. I feel like that would be like the only way to do that right, and to have it literally like imagine you just like in a Thomas the Tank Engine outfit, just like or something like Barney. I don't know, something equivalent. I guess you'd have to look at whatever is big right now, but like I just feel like that would have the biggest impact. Get it? Impact on the world.
I could
Stop
dress up,
please.
I could dress up like Pennywise because he did fall from space.
Actually, he came from an alternate dimension that is in the process of breaking through to our dimension, which is why he used his Bob Gray and all the other forms to send sustenance back between the void. Because he's technically trapped in this void between spaces along with the turtle. It's a whole thing. It's really in-depth and very confusing for all of us.
Who were you pointing at?
Purveyor of the void.
Yes. Okay, yes, you are. And I am the pursuer of the void, which is why I'm collecting the books.
And
here on this podcast.
So, speaking of the books, this is volume 1. So, there's a volume 2 coming, and we have a volume 3 planned. So, if you want a collection, you need to start now on volume 1.
Get it together.
I'm going to have both versions after this Kickstarter of volume 1.
Here's what you have to understand about collecting. So as these books come out, one day Cthulhu will arise from Relay, and the only thing that is going to spare you from the madness is to have like every volume of the More Lore series. Like even if you only have one, that's not enough. You have to have the whole set to
yes,
have a good apocalypse.
Yes, and
it's true.
Perhaps it will spare you, but can you really afford to take that chance?
You just don't know. And not knowing is the other half of
the battle. Luckily, I don't have that problem.
This is why I'm doing fewer shows lately, because I'm really out of hand and I can't stop myself lately. I'm the fucking mask in human form at the moment. That's my problem.
Okay.
Well, let me check something real quick. Come on.
Where was your favorite place to visit in the book?
Oh, sorry. I hit that right as you were talking. I apologize. What were you saying?
Where was your favorite place to visit in the book when you read it?
What, and the one we're talking about right now?
Yes.
More Lore? Well, I mean, obviously the story I wrote took me back to a number of places. By the list of locations that's in the story or the actual final place they end up investigating, because I know that place like the back of my hand. I made some alterations, obviously. But like it brought me back to like I'd say my mid to late teens when I was really into urban exploration and paranormal investigating, and we would go to crazy places. But the one I'll never forget is the creepy ass theme park we did in that specific area of Ohio. Because if you're a super internet sleuth, it's not hard to figure out at all what amusement park is being represented in that story. If you know Ohio and you know Ohio history, you will know pretty much immediately. And they just finally tore down most of the rest of it just this year. There's still pieces of it out there too. It's interesting, but so it's a big Ohio thing. I just didn't want to list it to the people that didn't know. so they wouldn't look it up and figure it out. It's the whole thing. But yeah, that took me apart too, like just a giant chunk of my life, like growing up.
Okay. That
I
definitely.
remember the theme park. Theme park was still open when I was a little kid, and I remember going to that. Weird.
That list was definitely on my places I'd like to visit because unfortunately I can only go there on TV, and there's multiple little videos about them that I can find, and some other weird things of what you shouldn't do when you visit Ohio. And I'm like, well, some of that makes sense and some of that doesn't. What about you, Stefan?
You know, probably I'm gonna have to say the one that fucked with me the most was Growing Just Beneath. And I can't remember exactly where it was set, but can you imagine these things growing in your veins that you just have to get rid of? I mean,
Yeah,
you just want to rip them out. That's the one that stuck with me. Yeah, because I can't imagine wanting to pull my own veins out of my arms. You know,
That's fucking brutal.
I mean, if you have something invading your system, how do you even go about cleansing your system of that organism?
Well, I can definitely tell you drinking bleach won't solve your problem.
I gave birth.
Maybe radiation.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Copious amounts.
Copious amounts of radiation, but it might cause them to grow. It might cause the organism to grow. Then you would become a swamp thing.
I mean, but the bright side in this situation, like that level of a dose of radiation that would cause that to grow is going to give you radiation poisoning. So yeah, your worst case scenario could happen, but you'll be dead in like a couple days after that. So no harm, no foul.
You know, I think I would just want to take a chance that I would become Swamp Thing.
I do love Swamp Thing. He's amongst my my top 5 favorite heroes. Actually,
I love Swamp
my
Thing.
top 3.
Do you remember the TV show, The Swamp Thing?
Well, I had all the original action figures when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I still go back and watch that show sometimes.
I love that show. I hear that DC is going to be doing a Swamp Thing as part of their Dark Universe.
Yes, because they did that TV show, which was amazing, but they were trying to do the service, like the streaming service that was just DC only, that kind of died, and then that TV show got dropped, which was again a shame because it was brilliant. But now we're going to get him, and it's already been announced as one of the new Slate movies, so I'm really excited about that. Not a big DC guy, honestly, outside of Arkham and Swamp Thing and Constantine. That's kind of
outside of Arkham and some other parts of the Batman, like Batman Metal, Batman Dark, and the zombie series Deceased.
Oh yeah, I like Marvel Zombies more.
I don't know.
But Deceased wasn't bad.
I think that they should do a crossover between the Marvel Zombies and the DC Zombies.
That would be pretty cool. I know we're getting the Marvel Zombie cartoon. They're talking about that again, so supposed to be getting that.
Oh, excuse me. There. That's better.
Yay!
So,
Okay.
Raz,
Yeah.
what started you on your? Why did you decide to write a story for more lore from the Mythos?
I was promised punch and pie.
No one delivered, did they?
No, I feel like you know. First, Lily didn't come to the show today, and now I'm finding out I'm not getting punch and pie, and I'm depressed now. Thanks, guys. Like, I just took
Well, we
but yeah, no,
we
for
can
real though,
we can get you sugar cookies and lemonade.
I'll take the lemonade. I do love me some lemonade.
Okay.
I'll be good. I'll be good with them. Oh yeah.
How
They give me, and that's about the time. Hold on a minute. That's an important comment. And I'm dropping things everywhere in my office. Ah, hold on. I'm having a technical difficulty as we speak. I'm the difficulty in this situation.
are
They
there
just literally
things
spilled me on the floor.
growing just beneath?
Yeah, Lily. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's deal with this first. First of all, because this is about the time that y'all realize that Raz is the Loch Ness monster. Yeah, Lily. No pie, but red mark. I mean, really, Lily. Come on.
Did you get the 350?
I'm the Loch Ness monster. Of course, I got 350. Killing me today, people. Now there's Mountain Dew on my floor. But you know what, though? I did get a present today from Pyle because Pyle loves me, and he brought me my favorite pizza. My favorite trash
Yay!
pizza, which is Little Caesars. I love me some Little Caesars.
Little Caesars. I love their $5.99 deal.
That's what I got me this whole pepperoni pizza here is only for me. I got crazy bread and crazy sauce that I ate all that already. No, I didn't share any of it with anybody. It's my shit.
Last night I finished off a Domino's.
Domino's is not bad. It's no Little Caesars, but it's not bad.
We don't have a Little Caesars in this little podunk town.
Then fucking move, buddy. Just move right now because I can't live in a place that doesn't have a drive-in or a Little Caesars. Those are like, no, I have to have it. Hey, I had an Uno's.
Yes. Or, Lily, we can send you the money and you can overnight it.
No. Chicago is really close. Well, I mean, it's close-ish to me. Not that far at all. It's like a couple hours.
It's really long ways for me.
Well, yeah, but I'm in Dayton, Ohio. It's not that far. Like, see,
Yeah.
I just have to pretend I'm going to go through Indiana for a second and be like, nope, and just go to Illinois. Bam.
Yeah,
and that's where Route 66 starts.
From Ohio to Chicago isn't halfway across Texas, so.
I mean, just getting from one side of Texas to the other is the equivalent of just going ahead and going through the whole United States, in my opinion. You know? Woohoo!
2 local places that ship.
We have Marion's and Joe's here, which are amazing, and they ship pizzas places too. It's weird.
Cool. Wait, you're in Texas, Stefan?
Yeah. Right.
How did you not know this? We talked about this last week, or last time we did this. Yeah, the part 1.
Right outside of Dallas.
Okay.
Born and raised.
I'm a transplant.
You know, I was born and raised in Texas, and then I went to Denver, Colorado, to attend law college to get my paralegal degree. Then I went to, that was for like 4 years. Then I went to Portland, Oregon. So I was gone a solid 7 years from Texas. And I had pretty much got all of the drawl under control. And then I moved back, and it was just like, bam. My southern drawl came back, and you might as well tear out my tongue because I can't get rid of it.
Don't worry, it's perfect.
It's
I
sort
tried
of
so
like,
hard to like. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say I tried so long to like enact and to do so many different accents that like my basic voice. I'm doing a voice right now, but my basic voice has no accent anymore. Like I have to consciously think about what situation in life I'm in and what accent I need to use now, and that's the only way I have an accent. But like my default mode is Canadian, like just traditional, not French Canadian, just basic.
Just basic Canadian. Does that make you basic?
Oh yeah, I mean motherfucker, I like pepperoni pizza from Little Caesars and vanilla ice cream. I don't think you get much more basic than that. Although I did have butter pecan the other day and I fucking loved it. So there's that.
Oh. No, pecans, pralines, and cream. Have you ever had that?
It's nummy.
I haven't.
Raz. You need pecan, pralines, and cream.
And you need to live in a town that has little fucking Caesars.
No.
I'll give you that shot though. That just...
It's her mom's favorite.
See? Me and Annie had good taste. Well,
I will definitely try. Pralines are confections containing nuts, usually almonds, pecans, hazelnuts, and sugar. I've never actually had a praline, but now I must.
Yes.
Oh, you must.
Because it has all the good things in them.
Do they sell Bluebell ice cream up where you're at?
Oh, yeah. I guarantee you they have this ice cream. Honestly, the dairy probably makes it. It's nearby. They make every flavor of fucking ice cream. It's a dairy. You go there and they have all their own cows. They make it fresh. And they just bring it out to you.
If they make pecan pralines and cream, get you a bowl of that.
I'll find out because that's where I got the butter pecan. I'll find out next time I'm over there.
Once you taste it, you will overcome hell to have a bowl of pecan pralines and cream.
Well, I mean, I work at Hell's Dungeon, so I just got to survive the end of my work shift every day, and I get some. If I got to go through hell for it, I guess somebody's just going to skim the top of the steps every night. Like, there you go, man.
That would be cool.
You can put up a tip jar and put a sign on it: pecan pralines and cream, please.
It would be weed, or I'd give them an option.
Yeah, 2 tip jars, one for weed, one for pralines and cream.
Yep, that's perfect, man. I'm down for that.
That would rock.
One of my favorite. Go ahead.
I found out they have butter pecan creamer for your coffee, and I had to have that. It even
If I
tasted
drank
all by
coffee,
itself.
I wonder if it would be any good in hot chocolate. I feel like it would be. I don't drink coffee, but I will do hot chocolate.
You don't drink coffee?
No, because I used to be a heavy coffee drinker in my life, starting when I was about 5 or 6. I became an exceedingly heavy coffee drinker right up until I had my first set of ulcers, and after that, when I drink coffee, I have so many stomach problems that my stomach revolts, and I hate it because I like smelling. I still love smelling coffee. Absolutely love it. And every once in a while, I will suffer the consequences and drink some.
I don't think I could exist without coffee.
That's my replacement.
No, you don't understand.
Ooh.
Praline latte. Okay. I have like 2 pots of coffee a day.
I know a lot of people like that. Honestly, that's I was not far off from that back when I was a big coffee drinker because I'd be up all the time gaming or work or school, or there was always, or a combination of the three sometimes, oddly enough.
What did you drink when you were digging graves up?
Jolt Cola.
Jolt Cola. Oh my
Jolt.
God, they don't make that anymore.
Oh, they just started making that again during the pandemic, actually. And certain Dollar General stores and a couple other stores actually got them. And so they brought back the cola and the citrus version for a limited time, and it went over so well that they were selling out left and right, and they're back into production right now to bring it back to a wider market.
It must, because I haven't seen it around here.
Well, you have to understand that all drinks, most things that are beverages, get tested in Ohio. It's one of the major testing markets in the United States. So we have Coke, we have every soda company has literally a factory in or around Dayton. So people will come from sometimes other countries to Dayton to pick up all the special flavors of soda, snacks, all that stuff. Don't know why I couldn't tell. I knew why at one point in time, but we get everything here first. Every mystery flavor of everything you ever want, it comes out over here.
Does Dr. Pepper have a factory there?
Oh, well, Dr. Pepper in Ohio is made by Pepsi. It's considered a Pepsi product in Ohio. Isn't that crazy? Some states and some places have their own plants that will produce different sodas because in that state, it'll be that product. It's super weird. Because in a lot of southern states, it's actually considered a Coke product. And then in other southern states, it's its own company. So it's a really weird situation, like Mr. Pibb. Man. Then most places will either have Dr. Pepper or they'll have Mr. Pibb.
Yeah, Mr. Pibb ain't the same thing as Dr. Pepper.
I like Mr. Pibb Extra actually more than I like Dr. Pepper, unless I'm mixing it with a drink, and then I'd prefer the Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper and bourbon.
Check out Kraken Spice Rum. It's not a hot rum, or like it's not that kind of spice. It's just a spiced dark rum, and it is fucking brilliant, and it tastes like the missing ingredient of Dr. Pepper. So like when you mix the two, it is like a party in your mouth. It is an extravaganza of taste.
I actually have that on my shopping list. Kraken
Spiced Rum, man. It is the best rum, in my opinion. Well, I mean, unless we're talking aged rums, that's a whole different conversation. But things you can just walk into the store and just buy off the shelf normally,
yeah,
I'll do Kraken every time.
So, you know about the 20 books community, right?
Yeah. You're the one that actually originally got me into that. You and a buddy of mine named Grant.
So they have a progression level based upon your earnings. Their top level is Kraken level.
Got to release it sometime, you know.
That's
you can either do it illegally or write 20 books. Those are your options.
Release the Kraken, baby.
I cannot be held responsible for anything I do or say today. It is entirely Lily's fault. So whatever happens today, guys, just email Lily. It's her fault. She wasn't here to stop any of it.
I didn't plan on stopping any of it. I just planned on listening and enjoying the show.
I know you're an instigator, if anything.
Of course I am.
An instigator.
See, Lily, listen though. Like by the time I've already said it, then you hear it. So you're unable to stop me. I'm sorry.
But you have this misconception that I plan on wanting to have stopped you to begin with.
Well, no, like because you started as an instigator, now you're a co-conspirator. You see what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
It was going one way, and then it went another one.
And she does not like the fact that you're implying that she can read your mind.
Oh, then what am I thinking about right now, Lily? What am I thinking of? I see the guy that says that I'm going to...
Yeah.
I like turtles.
What if she...
Damn it! That is 50% of what I'm thinking of, so I'll give it to you.
It had to do with Mr. Jim's, didn't it? No, Little Caesars.
Yeah, because I was just talking about it, and the pizza box is like right here, and like my eyes keep going like this, and every time my eyes go like that, it's because I'm like, that's an orange ass box full of pizza. Very obvious. Yeah, that was 50% of what I was thinking about. Right.
When
All right,
I was
proceed.
pregnant,
She
when
got
I was
you.
pregnant with the little man. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, when I was pregnant with the littlest man, all I could do was wanted to eat was spicy chicken sandwiches and Little Caesars pizza, because their cheese mix is not the same as any other pizza company's cheese mix. And then I figured out I could make my own cheese mix for when I couldn't afford it. And then it got better when I was broke. But yeah, Little Caesars is my favorite.
Yep. It's good shit, man. Like, you just want
What
pizza
were
and you want it
you-
hot and fresh, and now, like, you get you some.
Yes.
There's this one pizza place here. They're a chain. They're a chain, but it's like a sit-down restaurant, right? It's not like a Pizza Hut or a Domino's or something like that. It's like you go there to like hang out and have drinks, and they have Chicago style pizza. It's called Uno's Pizzeria.
Our last one just got shut down last year.
Oh, y'all had Uno's.
Oh, we've had Uno's forever. It was downtown for decades, man. It just shut down.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I love it. But I'm just going to have to say that I think Lily is right that we're going to have to go to Chicago because, I'm sure that I know that Uno's is really good. See, that's what I'm saying.
When I was stoned as shit in the 90s, it tasted okay, but I mean, I wouldn't consider myself a good good judge at that point.
I worked at Uno's, and the one thing I have to say is their crust was made from scratch. We made it every day, but it was good.
We had another one around here. I'm trying to look at the name of it. That was supposed to be authentic Chicago pizza, but I cannot life me remember it either. It was huge.
I haven't heard of Lou before.
Lou Malnati's? Huh.
That one's new.
Tavern style is like one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
But ever since, I prefer deep dish pizza, Chicago style. Because the rest of my family, they like that thin crust, crappy Italian style pizza. And I'm like, I really don't think that's the way that they eat pizza in Italy. I don't think they put sauce and toppings on crackers and put it in the oven.
No. But if you want pizza and you've had stomach surgery, it is a doable thing.
Cauliflower crust. I've been wanting to try a pizza with cauliflower crust. I fucking love cauliflower. And then yesterday when we grilled out, I conned him into making a cauliflower steak for me, like with seasoning and everything. Oh my God. I mean, I ate meat too that day, but like this cauliflower steak changed my life. And now I want cauliflower everything. Because I've already had the cauliflower and broccoli like tater tots. Those weren't too bad. But this cauliflower steak has got me like on cooked cauliflower.
Cauliflower tater tots sounds disgusting.
They were delicious. They were delicious. And so were the broccoli ones. They were fantastic. But I'm telling you though, like I'm usually just a chump and just wash the cauliflower and eat it raw. But like now, man,
I can't do raw cauliflower, but with the proper cheese sauce, I'm all in it.
There you go, man.
I love cauliflower with cheese sauce.
Good shit.
So my dollar store has this California blend where it's carrots, cauliflower, and broccoli. And
Yes,
I
please.
steam that and I add garlic butter. And I recommend that.
Sounds good to me. Somebody gave me a 20-pound bag of carrot sticks the other day, and I walked around the haunt, this giant bag just eating carrots. It was great.
I don't blame you.
So it was between carrots and my thinking cheese. You know, it was a good couple days there.
So
That's
just
awesome.
heard from Steve Van Sampson. And
Van Sampson.
Van Sampson. SVS, baby. He will not be able to join us tonight. Which I don't blame him. His wife got back from a business trip, you know, hasn't seen her for a while.
Yeah, man. Family first.
Hanging out with two ugly dudes versus hanging out with his hot wife. I know which one I would choose.
We love Steve. Steve Banana Van
Have a good
Sampson.
night.
Oh, there's the story there. Why?
What about banana?
Yeah.
She'd also pick the hot wife.
It's a secret con story where there was an episode involving him eating a banana while we were trying to film a video at a horror convention in Ohio, and this is the whole thing. It's more of a joke. Nothing actually happened. It was just an inside joke.
Hold up now. You said there's a video?
Well, we were filming a video, and he didn't realize we were filming, and he's just eating a banana like normally in the background. I was like, "Hey, what kind of video we need to make?" And he's like, "Nope." And he got the fuck out real quick before I could do anything. But he was smart. He played it smooth, man.
Steve's a good dude.
Love Steve so much. Him and Derek both.
Yeah, people don't know what they're missing by Steve not being here tonight.
Oh yeah.
I guess it's up to you, Raz, to fill in the blanks.
About what?
Wait.
Are we going? What's that game you can play with words, or like you have to like put it in an adjective or a verb? It's like you have to finish like a paragraph, man, and I can't think of the name of this game. Madcaps? Is that it? Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Is that the kind of blanks you're filling in?
I have never heard of this.
Yeah, no, it's really cool, man.
Mad Libs.
Mad Libs, that's it. Yes, thank you. I knew I wasn't right. I was mad something. Yeah, Mad Libs, man. You gotta look up Mad Libs.
Okay.
Another reason why we need her.
Yeah.
Maybe that's for smart.
Damn it, Lily.
Because I've never heard of it.
No, it's been around like for ages, man. Like before I was born, even.
Well, I don't remember it back when they had buggies.
But to be fair, you also don't have a Little Caesars, so I'm not gonna let that go. I'm not letting it go. I'm gonna call you in the middle of the night, like a week from now, and be like, "Hey, I feel like that's definitely like the stupid kind of conversation that you and I would have in the middle of the night.
You know what to get me for Christmas?
Yep, I'm just gonna buy a whole franchise and build it right there in your neighborhood, buddy. That's my first goal. And then we'll all fly to Chicago to have pizza.
That's after your first movie, right?
Well, no. See, so I'm going to design this Little Caesars franchise as sort of like a TARDIS. The Little Caesars will be bigger on the inside, and we can use it to travel in time and space. Just instead of a phone booth, we're going to go with a Little Caesars. So it's just a time and dimension traveling Little Caesar.
So it's going to be like Cowboy
we still have to hire. Yeah, but we still have to hire people to make the pizza while we're traveling. So that's the whole thing. There's good benefits, though, I promise.
Can you imagine someone doing a Little Caesars like the Apple Store in New York in Times Square? Yeah. Like it's all glass, and then you walk down a spiral staircase to the actual store. Doctor Who American Edition.
It would
What?
be too.
He was
Yeah,
talking
it's
about
Doctor
it.
Who. Yeah.
Ah,
Our-
okay.
yeah.
You have to forgive me. I've been drinking coffee.
Ain't nothing
the
like that
TARDIS?
deadly grounds, man.
Yeah, I know. Instead, TARDIS will call it a TARDIP because it'll be a time and relative dimension in pizza.
Awesome.
You know, I don't know.
By Little Caesars.
And no, we were not getting paid any money at all by Little Caesars. I just legit sometimes randomly have Little Caesars.
You could dress him up in an overcoat and a bow tie.
No, I need the
Pizza,
toga so I can
pizza.
just be like, no, dude, he wears the toga. Toga and the little leaf laurels on his head. And, he runs around in sandals.
Not if he's in a TARDIS.
Well, yeah, but I feel like though he could just wear the bowler hat instead of the laurels, and it would work.
Okay. Okay. That's true.
He'll wear Converse instead of sandals.
Chuck Taylor's.
Yeah.
It'd have to be Chuck Taylor's.
We can make him grunge and just make it like Doc Martens or something, man. Why not?
Doc Martens, a toga, and a hat.
Yep. A bowler. Proper bowler.
You know,
I think
I'm feeling it. I am. I'm feeling it. So tell me about your haunt.
My haunt that I'm currently in around the clock right now working on is fantastic, and it's called Hell's Dungeon, conveniently located in Dayton, Ohio, or Dayton, Ohio's only all-indoor haunted attraction, where not only can you get the shit scared out of you through 4 unique sections that take roughly 35 to 40 minutes to traverse, we are also the cheapest haunt in this entire region of Ohio, and longer than many of them. And we have the only also all indoor in Dayton jelly ball and Nerf blast arena. Because if you can't shoot your friends, who can you shoot?
True.
With
Speaking
Nerf
of
guns and gel blasters specifically.
Speaking of shooting your friends, I know this might be a trade
gel blasters.
secret, but how many bodies do you use?
I mean, listen, we like to locally source them. We'll have anywhere from 12 to 30 in per haunt season. It depends on how many overdoses there are in the parking lot, to be honest.
Okay. Well, it's
not a great area.
It's a good use of local resources.
Waste not, want not. That's what we always say.
True.
Turn that frown into a scare.
You can check out
Lily, this is your fault.
You can check out anytime you want, but you can never leave.
No, you can't. And we might even turn you into Slender Man, because that's what we did with my mannequin recently.
I will never be Slender Man.
We just built, no, we're putting Slender Man in the haunt this year. Like we're redesigning this whole one concept of one whole area, and it's brilliant. I love it. A lot of big surprises this year, like a lot of huge surprises this year. We're excited about it, man. And we might be working with United Way, which is one of the biggest charities worldwide. So that's fantastic. In fact, you can in some states, Lily. I found this out because I had to chase this down to make sure that I could legally get myself preserved and put in a glass coffin and the queue line. Because if I die while I'm working here, I just figured it's that piece. But apparently it is illegal in some states and legal in others. It just depends on your state.
Okay, talking about Slender Man, which one fits me best?
What do you mean?
Of all the famous creepypasta creatures.
That is a good question.
I'm not familiar with their complete lore.
I feel
I'm
like you
not
could be the
either.
spirit of No End House. You could definitely be the spirit of No End House, man. No End House is this brilliant fucking story about this cheesy haunted house that has like 5 rooms, and if you get through them all, you win like a shit ton of money. The first room is literally, it looks like Walmart exploded, and there's just cheesy Halloween decorations everywhere. That's the whole room. You're like, okay, yeah. But each room gets progressively stranger and dangerous, like pretty quick, because there's only so many rooms. And then I'm not gonna ruin the ending for you because it's brilliant. Just look for No End House. Well, there's a spirit of No End House, and I feel like that's your vibe, Jenny. It's amazing.
Okay,
You gotta
cool.
read it.
I'm going to have to.
It's good shit. But yeah, I know we're excited about a lot of stuff this year. We're getting a lot of cool things coming up.
So, So you said, Jenny, something about creepypasta.
Yes, sir.
And I said something about I'm not familiar with his mythos, which got me to wondering, do they have original creatures on creepypasta? Or
Yeah,
is
there's, for as much like ripoffs of like you get your Reddit stories that are like lost like creepy episodes of famous cartoons and stuff like that, but you'll get a lot of original characters. I mean, Slenderman was actually before creepypasta. It was part of an art contest. Yeah, but I mean, there's things that are just as big as Slenderman these days. That like Jeff the Killer, for example. Jeff the Killer is a pretty fucking big one. It's Jeff the Killer and the Rake, I would say, are two of the biggest ones outside of Slenderman. And they originated on a combination of 4chan and creepypasta. Anasi Goatman, Anasi Goatman. That's one of my favorite stories of all time, and that was an unknown person wrote this on 4chan, and then it translated over to creepypasta. So there's a few things that were invented or just originated in some way on creepypasta.
And Raz has written some of his own. Right now, Mr. Jones is making the rounds on.
Yeah. I think
I feel like Goatman has been it seems like there was a movie about something. There was a half man and a half goat.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, that's been the thing for a long time. I mean, honestly, it's not like the concept of half man and half goat wasn't new. And you've got your Goatman, you've got your Goatman bridge story, but like the Inside Goatman was a very unique thing, a unique take on the Goatman, which created its own subgenre entirely of first-person accounts with creatures and Goatman stories. Just it changed the way it was done. It took this trope and spun it and made it original.
So Goatman, is that like endemic to a certain region?
So the original story was in Georgia, but they don't necessarily say within the original story that it can only be found in Georgia.
Okay.
The story that took place in Georgia.
So this could be a whole new like species.
Yeah, like a subspecies of the traditional Goatman. Yeah, easily. That's what I think would it be more viewed at. Because I don't believe it's viewed upon as a regional thing. I think it's more of just a subset of species.
Okay.
But there's a lot of things in traditional folklore that's like that. Like native folklore, for example, all the tribes have very similar things, but some things are only found in certain regions because of certain tribes. Like there's a lot of that. Like and in some ways, like just experiencing a lot of the old native lore, like I did growing up. A creepypasta reminds me of a way, and then in my opinion, a lot of native lore works because it's passed through stories, it's passed through traditions, and if you think about it, a lot of the stories you tell by the campfire, that's what creepypasta is. Creepypasta is just the modern version of sitting around and telling your friends stories or learning stories on a reservation. It's a digital form. and it started with creepypasta, and then No Sleep took it and blew it up, and you have this whole group of people that aren't just writing for books anymore. Like, we're sure, all of us, a lot of us that do it, we want to do books, and some of us do, but some of us are just doing it for the immediate interaction with people, with readers, to build
Yeah.
stories that are larger than the original point of the story. So they get told in multiple retellings, things change like telephone, but then you get commenters that'll come in and pretend as if the story is real, like such as the case of No Sleep. So where really the original writer and their audience is actually building this story together. And it's a completely different way to interact with fiction. It's a more direct way. It's a more direct version of Choose Your Own Adventure almost, because you're helping shape the story, but you're doing it as a collective group with a central person doing the writing. It's really interesting, I think. I like to experience fiction in a lot of different ways, in as many mediums as possible, and acting out your story, like doing traditional professional storytelling, is my favorite. But my second is definitely the online version, and then books. And I read a lot. Don't get me wrong. I read a
Bards were one of the original storytellers. They were what kept traditions alive and kept it going.
Definitely.
A lot of the old hard tales were originally stories told by bards.
Mhm.
And I have to wonder what would happen today if, I don't know, a massive solar flare just fried all electronics on the earth, right?
People like to be doing very well for themselves at that point. I don't think I'm not hoping for that.
But after the fall of civilization, how would stories continue? Because there would be nothing digital. There wouldn't be an immediate means of creating paper and books to write things out. So bards would have to keep traditions alive.
Mm-hmm. You can make writing utensils and parchment pretty easily. So, but yeah, the bard would have to memorize them all while the paper's being made, and then write them down, and then they would have
that's
to
what
get
I'm
people
saying.
to copy. Yeah, like original monasteries, they would hand copy all the Bibles by hand.
Yeah.
So like hand copy by hand, obviously. I said, it shows how redundant that was. Maybe that's it's Lily's fault. It's in her email. But yeah,
Xerox.
it's the human Xerox. You just have to make sounds like while you're copying it by hand.
Or as you're telling the stories, you could have a minstrel stand behind you, do some music, and go zzz, 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 with the Xerox sound.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be your trademark.
I like it. Because theremins aren't as portable.
Xerox Bard.
I like it. That would work in the 90s. You could literally be a Xerox Bard in the 90s, and it would, that would work. No, but like I come from a music background too, because I toured with a band for a decade. I've been around music my whole life. I've been around storytelling, writing, and all these things my whole life. So I just really wanted to know like every aspect of what it would take to be a bard. Because as a child, when I was 8 years old, I started playing D&D in my first ever class. Once, AD&D went into first ed was the bard, and I was really fascinated by it. And I was like, wow. And then that got me reading history and looking into what bards are, actually in history, minus the magic part. I just got fascinated as a child and taught myself every aspect, right down to acting, like any art you would need to be considered a bard, pretty much. With the exception of juggling, I just can't do it. I'm just not that coordinated. I've tried, like I can't juggle.
I can juggle two things at once.
I even did jazz and interpretive dance when I was younger, like and like show choir, where we had to do all that stuff in like musical theater. So like I was really going for it for a while now. And then I woke up old and fat one day, and I was like, "No, I'm good. I got to scale down a little bit on these skills."
Interpretive dance.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a
Well, I mean,
lion's.
I did professional wrestling and things like ballet, like different types of dance actually really help you with like your injuries and a lot of things as well, and stay fluid. It teaches you how to stretch better and a lot of those things. So, I mean, it seemed like a perfectly normal thing to me to like be really into show choir and musical theater and different things like that. I did yoga like back in the day. So I mean, it helps a lot because we know wrestling is fake, but the pain is not, and the injuries you get are not. But if you learn how to move and you pay attention to how you move, that does help a lot. That helps tremendously. It's the art of movement. And then I just took that to a different level with haunts because I started that when I was 12, and I just applied that to monsters and then to movies, and yeah, movement is awesome.
You know, once I injured my knee when I was in high school football, and still to this day, it'll go out and it'll, swell up that big, as big as my head, which is pretty damn big. And it'll go down after a couple of weeks and everything will be fine. But I didn't get it worked on because back then they just weren't very good at knee surgery. It's not like you go in today and, they make a couple adjustments, cut a couple of things out, maybe add a couple of things in, and you do some rehab and everything's great and fine.
Yeah,
Back then, if you planned on playing football and you got injured and you had to go in and do surgery, you were guaranteed you wouldn't play anymore, you
yep,
know.
that was it.
So you just took your shot.
A lot of wrestlers have come back to professional wrestling after neck breaks. That's been
Yeah.
an amazing thing that's happened like the last 5 to 10 years. Like Edge, one of the most known hardcore wrestlers there was back in the day, broke his fucking neck, and for like almost 2 decades, thought he would never wrestle again. And then all these new techniques came out, these new surgeries came out, and he's back in wrestling. He's been back for a couple years now. It's crazy to see that. You remember their injuries and what they were, and like it's how the fuck can you even live? How are you not paralyzed, let alone be able to come back to wrestle again?
Yeah. Who was it? I'm trying to think. Maybe it was the Edge, but it seemed to be there was this younger guy. He was on Wheel of Fortune. They were doing a thing with the WWE, and he was recovering from a spinal break. And I was like,
Oh,
they have finally got to the point to where they can fix spinal breaks. And I was like, that is amazing.
I think that was Big E, probably. I'm looking it up right now. I'm pretty sure that it had to have been Big E. No, Big E was it was his cervical spine. He broke his neck, but it was his cervical spine that he broke. And he was on that Wheel of Fortune talking about it. And he's not back yet. He's not back because he's deciding to maybe not come back because he's doing a lot more of the on-camera personality for a lot of the wrestling events, which he's really enjoying right now. But I mean, he could still come back anytime. You never know.
But the difference, I mean, to think that when we were growing up, if you hurt yourself, you were done. That was it. It was over with. And science and medicine have advanced so far. Hell, what they do, just do a whole head replacement on someone?
Yeah, that was insane, man. Like I was reading about that, but they've actually in Japan had the ability to do full spinal replacements for some time. They are mechanical spine replacements, and that's been a thing for I think like almost 2 decades now. But like it's in like upper hundreds of millions of dollars to perform it, and a lot can still go wrong. But every year that gets perfected a lot better.
Yeah, this is something that you would hear you would read in a William Gibson novel. You know, a neuromancer type stuff.
Yeah, that's what I hope that this happens. That I can be RoboCop sometime. Like, listen, please, all you police departments out there, when you're ready to experiment with the technology, I will volunteer to be your very first RoboCop. And since I got to go to Chicago for pizza, I mean, come on. Perfect ending it right here. I'm already broken. You can't
I
fuck me up
just want
more mentally than I already am.
I just want some sleeves.
Every time you say that, I'm thinking the wrong kind. So.
No, not that type of sleeve.
Tattoo
Speaking
sleeves?
2 sleeves. What is the deal? I saw this thing. I think it was on The Big Bang Theory. Howard Wolowitz had fake tattoo sleeves.
Yeah. We use them in the haunt industry quite frequently, actually. Like we have a painted lady in the
Really?
freak show we're gonna be using them for again this year. They're not all made equally though, but some look pretty damn real, especially under certain types of lighting. They're very helpful in theater and like live any kind of live performances, really. For
That's
film
awesome.
too, but you got to get really expensive one for films and still watch your lighting for it to look good on film. But like in a haunt, where you're only seeing them like 11 to 20 seconds before you're looking at the next actor, you can get some ones that look pretty damn good.
So they will actually last. They don't like get torn up after one night.
No. They're pretty decent. That's why you can't buy the super cheap ones, because the super cheap ones are like pantyhose almost. They'll rip fairly easily, but like you spend an extra few bucks and know someone that sells them in bulk. You get a bunch of them for super cheap. The tougher ones that'll last the whole season. Oh, we've got some we've used for multiple seasons. They're still in great shape, and it depends on the actor that's wearing them that's not destroying them too.
Here, wear these this season. Never mind that stain on them.
You get dumbasses like me that have no sensory, and I'll go out there and have a cigarette, and I'll put a hole through shit that I'm wearing on my body with a cigarette or a cherry will fall off, just a hole right through it, like right into my skin. And everybody's like, "Is something cooking?" And I'll look down. Oh nope, there's smoke coming out of my skin. I'm cooking, and I would like accidentally, if it were me, that's why I don't wear these. I would have them on my arms and hands, and I would be the dumbass that would just drop the cherry, and then that piece of a tattoo would just fuse with my skin forever. And then I'd have to get a real tattoo to cover it. Oh no.
I ruined a pair of shorts the other day. About 6 months ago, I was out on the back patio and I was smoking a cigarette because no smoking allowed in the house. And
Me too now. I can't smoke during shows. It's killing me.
But I was out there smoking, and apparently part of the cherry on the cigarette had fallen off and gone in the motel places.
Ow.
AKA the cash-in prizes. That's what I call it.
When I came back in, I as you can see from the ceiling, my ceiling fan is going all the time. So there's a slight breeze inside. When I came back in and sat down, I sort of got this breezy feeling, and I looked down and sure enough, there was a hole. And, it was nylon shorts. So,
Oh yeah.
It was nice burnt singed thing.
Yep.
But I'm the same way. As I get older, it seems like all of my sensory input on my skin is just going away.
Yep.
And I'm like, this will come in handy if I jump from 40,000 feet.
Yep. And the thing.
Less so if I fight a bear.
Yeah.
Because I can still feel everything underneath the skin.
Or no, if we get enough people, we could do. Oh my god, what was that one? I'm trying to remember the name of this really popular show when I wasn't a kid though. Teletubbies. We'll get a bunch of us to do a dress up as Teletubby characters, and then we'll do that.
Oh my god, y'all
And
are on your own. Okay, if we get to 40,000, I'll dress up like a Teletubby.
All right, there you go, guys. 40,000. He will be a Teletubby.
But nothing below 40,000.
Get on it, guys. You've only got so many hours remaining.
You've only got 96 hours. Actually, you have less.
Yeah.
Because the 96-hour mark started at 4 a.m.
This is now on record.
So
I'm trying to think of the most ridiculous thing I would dress up as if we have 40, just because I don't want to leave you being a Teletubby by yourself, but like I need suggestions. I mean,
My Little Pony.
I can do that. Okay, I can be a brony for a day. I bit my own My Little Pony. That like your strawberry shortcake or whatever the fuck.
Are you going to be the Weird Al My Little Pony or Twilight Sparkle?
Ooh. I feel like because I hate sparkles so much in my life that like that should probably be my punishment. Yeah, I'll be Twilight Sparkle. I don't even know what that is, but I'm sure somebody will show me a picture. I will volunteer to be whatever that is if we have 40,000 also.
Jenny, can you look that up and put it up on the screen?
I need to know what I just agreed to it randomly because
everybody knows what a Teletubby is, but I want to see the sparkles.
Yeah, because it's Lily's fault I got to dress up like this. So
I know
she didn't stop me again.
If she were here, we would not have got to this point in the conversation.
I know. I feel like this would have gone a different way, but she made her decision, man. She's just letting it roll.
Why should I stop any of it? It's so much fun.
Right. But you got to have that one person once in a while that's just like, hey guys, that's a bad idea. And I feel like that's Lily would be there to tell us three that like, hey guys, maybe.
No. I think Lily, I don't know. I think that Lily may not have stopped us because I think she would laugh uproariously.
You see what you're doing to me, Lily? You see what I have to dress up as now?
Well, there's that version, and there's
wait. Do I have to get bangs for this? Because I would cry. Like, I only shave the sides and back. My hair's still pretty long in the back, but like,
you can get a wig.
I know. That's true. We got plenty of wigs at the haunt. I'm sure. Yeah, we got plenty of wigs. We had cosplayers here too.
So there's this version as well.
I got to be the pony. I feel like unless I'm the pony, I'm cheating. Because I did say pony.
Both versions are her because she goes to the alternate dimension that is our world and becomes a human through.
Right, but I said pony
magic.
Specifically. Like I've got to be.
No,
the pony now.
No, that's black magic.
See, I got to be that version.
You would
I'll
make
put a star on my butt.
so happy. She would want a picture. We would get it printed, and she'd put it in a frame on her wall. And besides, on October 25th, you have made Sophia very happy because she gets to be in a book with you.
There you go, guys. I'll tell you what. We'll do a separate thing, and we'll raise money for a charity.
40,000.
If someone buys, if someone buys the costume and sends it to me, I will make sure that I wear it.
We have a goal. We have a goal.
I'll wear it one day at the haunt and scare people with it on because I bet you I can do it. Anybody can pull it off. It's me.
So let me see. We need to hit 5,000 by the end of today. Mm-hmm. We need to hit 10,000 by the following day. We need to double that to 20,000 on one day left. And by closing, we need to hit 40.
Yeah. Which magically equals 50 because we cannot do math. I need to comment on this. That'll never happen, Lily. It'll never happen because I'll be here. I almost didn't do today because I found out you weren't going to be here. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if we can do this without Lily. So, I mean, I got to disappear and grab a Mountain Dew. Like, I got to turn around to my mini fridge. There we go. All right. We're safe.
You did not disappear this time.
I'm a ghost. Oh my God. We got ghost costumes, like traditional, like just the sheet over your head with the eyeballs cut out. And we've been doing things for training videos and having fun. And now we're gonna do TikTok videos with ghosts. We're gonna be ghosts and like haunt people.
Ghosts are fun. You know, back from my old vinyl days, I still have a big 12-inch LP of
Okay.
Halloween sounds.
I got the original cassettes that had the really ugly ass bright orange label on it, just like the record did.
And it's got that traditional da 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 da.
Yep. The witch's brew.
It's got the witch's scream.
Yep.
It's got the ghostly moan.
Got the chains and the bones.
It's got the rattling chains and bones. It has the werewolf's howl.
Yep.
I think it has Frankenstein on it.
Those like lab sounds. That's what I was talking about a minute ago. But like, so nuclear fallout is my fault. I'll just in case, I'll just say that. No, we did okay. Okay, we did fine, but we didn't. It's not spectacular. That's the difference. Fine and spectacular.
So the goal for the next 4 days is $40,000.
Yeah.
Tell all your friends and family and your enemies too to go buy a book.
Yeah, all of them.
Lots of books. As a matter of fact, if you have a reading club, you all need books.
Listen, there's 37 minutes roughly left of this show. If we get up to, let's say, 4,000 by the time we're done with this show, I will do interpretive dance for you.
Oh, goodness.
I don't know what I'm going to be interpreting, but I'll interpret something.
Will you do a tutu?
I mean, costume's here right now. It's the door right next here. I'll go get a tutu and do some interpretive dance for you if we have 4,000. Okay, why not? I cannot be embarrassed, so I really do not care. Whatever helps other people, you know what I'm saying? I might have a coconut bikini in there. I'm not sure. I probably do.
A coconut bikini and interpretive dance.
Are you sure? Yeah.
Interpretive
Been done
Hulu
before.
dance.
It was interesting.
Yeah. I got all kinds of weird things in there, man. There's a Wendigo costume in there.
Ooh, an interpretive Wendigo Hulu.
No. They'll kill me if I take that out. They'll kill me if I pull out the Wendigo right now.
It can be fun.
I feel like I'm already hairier than the costume, so like I would be like cheating it.
I don't think if I were to do that, I wouldn't need a costume to do the werewolf interpretive dance.
That's what I'm saying. Like if it was like something like Sasquatch, Wookiee, werewolf, I'm good. I'm just as I am.
When I dressed up for what was it, 8th grade, the only thing I had to do was add some hair on my neck and my face, and then the rest of it was good.
Yeah. I got my first beard coming in, like a good beard coming in by the time I was 11, and my older sister would have me go to the local liquor store, like the neighborhood liquor store, and I would buy all the older kids alcohol, and they'd pay me. I made good money on that, let me tell you.
I grew up in this little town called Navasota, and it had one stoplight in town. But the county seat was this place called Anderson. And they had the Moose. It was a redneck bar, it was a dive, but they had a stage, and my friend, he played bass in the band, and we would go to the Moose, and if you were tall enough to stand at the bar and the bar came up to here, came up to your chest, you were old enough to buy beer. That's how they gauged your age.
Yeah, I was a giant child. That's another reason it made it really super easy. Full beard, he's huge. Yeah, let that kid through.
I just spent 8 years in Navasota.
You spent 8 years in Navasota.
Yeah.
I used to play for the Rattlers. We were state
That is
champs.
awesome.
Yeah, we were state champs.
Did they have a Little Caesars?
No. They didn't.
Yeah.
OC.
They have one now.
Navasota has a Little Caesars now?
Yeah.
Wow.
You gotta move back.
No.
Nobody wants to move back.
Everybody
I'd rather
wants
be here.
to leave Navasota. Navasota is now a prison town.
Do they have a drive-in?
They have 3 prison units in surrounding Navasota.
Yeah,
So
if they don't have a night drive-in, I can't move there. Yeah.
I think they have a Sonic. I think they had a Sonic when I was there.
No, I need a drive-in movie theater. It's got to have a drive-in movie theater and a Little Caesars, or I just can't move there.
12, Lily? You were buying beer at 12?
No, she could have bought beer at 12 because of her size.
She would have been hard to the bar, yeah.
Okay. There were, I got my first ticket for blowing a stop sign in Navasota. My mom and dad had gone to Costa Rica for the week, so I was left alone, unsupervised. And I had an extra key made on the side for when they were gone. And I took out the 1979 Ford Thunderbird, which had a 400cc engine in it. And we would take it and do donuts in the local Piggly Wiggly shopping mall center. And after we got through doing the donuts, when we were leaving at about 4:00 in the morning, I was going down the road and decided I would just slow down a little, going from about 60 on the side road. And I think I blew the stop sign at 50 and the cop pulled me over. He goes, you're pretty talented in that parking lot. I've been watching you for about 30 minutes. And I was like, thanks. I appreciate that. He said, you'll be seeing the judge come Monday morning, which was okay because I was the lieutenant governor of the local Key Club, which was like the junior Kiwanis Club, right? And the judge was part of the Kiwanis Club. So I went in and I talked to him in his office, and he said, I'm gonna cut you a break this time. I'm gonna hold on to this, and we're not gonna put it on your record, and I won't tell your dad because I know that's why you came to see me, because you don't want your dad to know. And I said, you know me so well. And he said, but if you get another ticket, it's both of them will go on your record, and I'll be the one calling your dad. I said, fair deal. Said, I will stop at all stop signs from now on. He goes, okay. I didn't tell him I wouldn't speed, and I did not say I wouldn't do donuts in the parking lot anymore. I just said that I would not run any stop signs.
Fun fact about stop signs, though, They are optional if they're surrounded by a white ring. The borders of the sign are white. They're optional.
They're always optional. If there's no traffic coming, there's no need to stop.
Yeah, I just like to lie about how stop signs work to my kids because I always tell them that joke. Like, if there's a white ring, it's optional. And I'm just kind of like, okay. And they'll accidentally run it. Like when I'm teaching to drive, I'm like, dude, you just ran a fucking stop sign. They're like, you said if it was what it was optional. And I'm always like, do you believe everything you hear? Especially for me.
Yeah, that didn't last long. My dad, he was nosy. He was nosy. And he had a bad habit of, which I forgot about. He had a bad habit of going through my room because he suspected I was doing things that I wasn't supposed to do, which was completely off the mark. I was not doing anything that any normal person growing up would not do. And he found that ticket in the middle of my algebra book. And he said, so I know that you went out joyriding in my car while we were gone. Now, the nice thing about that is I copped to that, but he never found out about the block party that I threw that the neighbors attended in addition to all my friends.
Oh, yeah. See, you got to do the one thing that's kind of bad that you know you're going to get busted for to cover a really fucked up thing you're about to do.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I remember when my mom finally realized I was a pothead when I was a kid. She had to have known. We came home and smelling like we didn't exactly hide it. But the day she had confirmation, beating on my door, she's like, "Hey, open your door." I'm like, "It's unlocked. Open it." She comes in. She just gives me this glare for a second. She's like, "Guess what I found in your pocket when I was doing laundry today? After I washed it." I was like, "Fuck. What?" Found your, and then she grins and goes, "Oregano," and she throws it at me and walks away. And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't think it was a mystery, but she definitely knows now. And then it was, you're going to do it if you're going to do it. But at least if you're doing it where I know where you are, like in your home, you're just tired. You're not out doing stupid shit. She did not quite understand that I could do both.
Yeah.
At the same time. That's why I started haunts when I was 12.
Well, I guess that's not as bad as the time that one of the girls at school, she had a really bad home life. And she ran away from home. So I gave her a place to crash for the week. And I would sneak her in through my window into my room and lock the door and go and get food and bring it back to the room and everything.
Yeah.
And after she left, my mom and dad were convinced, and this is how poorly they thought of me. I'm even to this day traumatized by it. They thought that I had a hooker in my room for a week.
Wow.
This one time, my dad was out of town a lot because of his job. He was off now, sometimes for a couple months at a time. And I had a friend who was homeless. She was a painter, though. So before it was her parents who both passed away. And she didn't want to move out of state. She wanted to stay in the same school district. So she didn't want to move. So she was hiding. And she was an amazing, like, realistic art renderer. I was 15. She was 17. I had her paint, like, a truly lifelike version of my window, right? The whole window, like the shutter and all. And then when she did it, when mom was out one day, we removed my entire window from the house and we shoved this painting up here. And then we decorated it and put the trim back up around the painting. And for 3 weeks, no one realized it wasn't an actual window because where I was on that side of the house, like no one ever really went out there from the outside or paid attention to it. No one noticed. And so to get in and out, he just popped the painting out. We just walked through, put the painting back in place, and that's how we got it out of the room. And then a really bad windstorm came through, and that's when Mom found out that my window had been a painting for 3 weeks because it pretty much just went to pieces and ripped. But for 3 whole weeks there, of course, the real window was just out in the garage. Then I just had to reinstall it, which is a pain in the ass. Still, 3 whole weeks I had a painting for a window.
That's pretty realistic.
This is the kind of stupid shit we did when we were high. We were not running the streets like shooting people or doing whatever they'll have you believe will happen if you smoke marijuana. We were just ridiculous, but we were inventive and creative, and we would come up with things that sound absolutely batshit crazy as I'm telling you about a painting window. But at the time, man, these things felt so brilliant, and we had this rule where you didn't say no unless it was going to get you hurt. If it was going to get you or someone else hurt, I would still do it, but for the most part, it was a no. It had to be creative, had to be moderately safe. But like we would just do weird shit like that. Pranks mostly, but that was a fun one. I pranked Broca the other day. I don't know if I told you guys. I found a red bed sheet and I threw it over my head, and I stood inside the haunt right outside of the women's restroom. So as soon as she came out, I was just standing there as a red ghost going, ooh, and she jumped like fucking 3 foot in the air. Took that sheet off my lap so long. Yeah, we want to do videos where we dress actors and guests up in ghost costumes, and another one with sock puppets. So you have like sock puppets as the characters in the scenes with sock puppet guests coming through. I'm obsessed with these 2 ideas, so we're gonna do this. So we have an all new TikTok for the haunt, so we're really excited about it.
A new TikTok
for the haunt? Yeah, we only got 1 video posted. We just made the new one recently. Only 1 video is there. It's hells.dungeon is what we're at right now. We're very excited about it, so make sure you show it some love. We got a lot of fun things planned for that. We got a new YouTube coming up here very soon for the haunt that we're working on at the moment. Lots of good shit, people.
So Hell's Dungeon, that's what I would search for on TikTok?
Yep, Hell's Dungeon. And there's 2 accounts. One is the old account that we don't use anymore, and one is the new account. But it's hells.dungeon. It's the current one.
So what is the other one? Just Hell's Dungeon?
I think it's Survive Hell's. Yeah, that Survive Hell's Dungeon is the old one.
Okay. All right. Without the dot.
Yeah, no dots, just Survive Hell's Dungeons.
Yeah, that's the old one that you don't want.
The Valentine skit was pretty good, though.
Oh no! It has nothing to do with the content. A lot of the content on there is fucking amazing. It was access to the account. We decided to start over. It's a whole thing. So we just decided to start over. So that's what we did. In fact, I will throw it right there as soon as it decides to send. I don't want to send it accidentally 20 times. It's something I would totally accidentally do. There we go.
I will put it in all the places later.
An error occurred. Oh, I see why. Okay.
So I've been interested ever since you told me that you do haunts. How did you originally get involved in this?
Oh, that's pretty easy. My mom did a lot of special effects makeup before I was born and when I was really young, like for like local horror film. And I was already really fascinated like by the art behind it, and then acting, and again it was part of my whole storytelling thing. And I was 12 and there was a haunt in my area that was hiring. My mom was like, I'm gonna teach you about haunts. I'm like, all right. So me and my brother, my sister went with my mom. We met with the owner, we talked to them, and then I ended up being Michael Myers for the first 3 years. The whole first year I worked there, I would come already in costume and not speak the whole time. So even the other actors that I was with didn't know who the fuck I was, and people would request not to work in my scene as a victim. Well, I had 7 scenes because of the way the security cutters went, and 3-wheelers. I could get to so many different scenes and see the same group of people so many multiple times that and they would notice it was the same Michael Myers each fucking time. It was awesome. But I didn't want anybody to know me. I wanted to just be this character. I didn't want people to look at me and be like, oh, this guy's playing Michael Myers. I just wanted to be Michael Myers. So I showed up. as the character, and it eliminated a lot of the social issues that I had at the time. Getting used to being around more people and being what at the time I didn't even know was autistic until much later in life. So like that
So
was how I did it. I became a character, and that helped me be social. That helped me. That first year of hunting changed my mind and my life in a lot of great ways because I did things that I never thought that I'd be able to do, and it's helped me grow and make it a lot easier to be in public.
did you have a retractable blade?
Oh no, 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 no! This is something I mastered as a child. Um, it's literally where you take the blade and you just slide it up your sleeve, and you curve your hand like in such an interesting way, like this, where the blade only comes down to here, much like a retractable one. But if you hold your arm a certain way and then you just flick your hand, the blade will slide down your arm and the hilt perfectly into your hand. And I've been doing that since the age of 12. Like it looks great on screen too, but I don't even use retractables. Just
Okay.
that little hand flick. I can do it with cards too,
With
like cards
what?
in the sleeve.
Oh,
Cards, like playing
cards.
cards. Yeah.
So you know how to palm cards.
Oh yeah, that's not hard to do.
See, I'm not that dexterous.
I mean, it's not even cards is a little different because it's not even always about dexterity. It's about distraction often as much as it's dexterity and doing what people expect to see. Most people will expect to see something and just think their brain will trick their eyes into thinking they saw that thing. So that's how a lot of that shit's done. And Lily, come over here to Dayton, Ohio for a night or two this season, and I'll throw you in there and you can act. And you can still have that opportunity. That goes to everybody, by the way. Obviously, I've already extended it to you too. Anytime you guys want to come by, free tour or I'll make you act.
It'll probably be 1 or 2 years.
Let's okay. We'll get your ass on a plane, get you out here. I'll be Beetlejuice that night. We'll cut it up, man.
No, I will drive.
Yeah, I don't like planes either. I'm not a plane guy. I like trains though. Trains and boats are my preferred modes of transport.
Well, it's not so much that I don't mind flying at all. I just don't like having or not having transportation when I get where I'm going.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'd like to remain soundly in control of my retreats if
That makes sense to me.
necessary.
I do not drive, so I mean I've got a license. I know how to drive. I can drive. Just medically, it's not a great idea if I do, so I don't.
I know how to drive, and I'm really good at it. I was a getaway for criminals for a while.
Mhm.
It was actually a profession,
Yes, it is.
but I let my license expire when I was attending law school in Denver, and when I got out to Portland, Oregon, I just got a state ID instead of getting a license because the public transportation was so good that you really didn't need it.
Honestly,
You
I
know,
keep mine for emergencies, and I'm teaching the kids how to drive, so that helps. They need a licensed driver when they get their temps and everything.
yeah.
And
But
they're both above 18, so
I will be getting it back because in Texas you got to have a car.
well, they're doing that FTL rail. That was it, the faster than light rail or whatever they're calling it. It's supposed to be able to take you from one end of Texas to the other in like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah,
That's
but
been in development for a while, but it's not. It's going to be ready for a while.
that only goes station to station, and still
That's true. Yeah.
the bus system that from the connections still suck.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Dallas has the MTA, the Metro Transit Authority, but to get from one point to another that would take you 15 minutes in a car, it'd take you 2 hours by bus. Not 30 minutes, not twice as long. It'll take you 8 times as long to get there on
Well,
bus.
systems like that here too. Honestly, it really is.
So yeah, I'm all about it wasn't like that in Denver or in in Portland. You know, they both had great transit systems, and they both had rail systems. You know,
Yep. I just want to point out that I'm looking at the Kickstarter, and we're still at 3717. And let me tell you guys, I'm disappointed. We need to get up to that 4,000 mark so I can do my interpretive dance for the tutu and whatever else I can find in the costume closet.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the coconut outfit.
Yeah, I mean, the low price of $283, you too can be scarred for life.
We aim to please.
Yeah.
There are psychologists all over the country that will thank us for business.
Oh yeah. Yep. There's our new skydiving routine.
I mean, come on. This could be a beautiful Teletubby face.
Yeah. Oh my god, I just got a crazy idea. So we hire a bunch of people to do this. Like we make it this huge company. Like, so your kid fails the test, right? And you want to punish them. So you pick some childhood hero of theirs. You call our company, and we dress someone in that outfit and drop them from 40,000 feet, like right into your front yard, or like right in front of your house. So that way, that kid will never fail another test because they're going to be so terrified that another one of their beloved childhood heroes will die that they'll just it's straight A's for life.
And
but there's money here somewhere.
And the people that we hire, they have terminal illnesses and are insured.
Yep. Yes, fully insured. So this is good for their families as well.
It's good for their families. Yep.
Because this is a whole, and then we donate like a portion of all proceeds also to different foundations.
Yeah.
Because you got to be fiscally responsible with killing our childhoods.
I don't know if there's a foundation, but do you remember Dr. Death, the guy that came up with the machine, the machines that you could inject the stuff into your arm and kill yourself?
Mm-hmm.
I think someone needs to start a foundation.
Oh, there's a couple, but it's very dicey because it depends on the state. It's illegal in a lot of states.
It's barely legal up in Canada. I know that they have part of their they have a euthanization program up in Canada.
I just need people to run away with me to Canada because I feel like it makes sense.
But like I said, it's either 40,000 feet or punch a brown bear.
Yeah.
One or the other. I keep flashing back to Cocaine Bear.
That fucking movie, I love that movie. I just feel like though I can't stop with the whole plane thing and the childhood characters. Like I just want to be like top. No, what's his name? Snagglepuss. I want to jump out of a plane and be like, exit stage left even, and just bam, right out the plane. Kevin's the Muggatroid.
I haven't thought about him in a while.
I love the classics. Quick Draw McGraw and El Caban. I actually took an old broken acoustic guitar and turned it into a bong and named it El Caban, and we would get it out and smoke it during shows with my band. It was great. And wrote a whole song about cartoons called Insomniac Cartoon Theater, and it's a song all about us being high as fuck and thinking about all of our favorite cartoons and trying to figure out why they were on Cartoon Network when we needed them to be on. Instead, we had to watch other shows that were not what we wanted, like Wacky Races, for example. Rocky and Bullwinkle, like some of my favorite shit, like what Powerpuff Girls was on.
I used to watch Rocky and Bullwinkle. What was that the evil villain guy, the dastardly guy?
Oh, Dick Dastardly and Muttley the dog. Yeah, that was
yes.
That's old school stuff. That wasn't Rocky and Bullwinkle, but yeah. Yeah.
Dante stole my Huckleberry Hound stuffy.
Look at the very hand. Yeah. Great babe. We all trying to forget about Jabberjaws to a degree, though. He had some problems.
Jabberjaws?
Jabberjaws had some trouble.
Who is Jabberjaws?
He was a shark cartoon character, also the same time era.
I must have missed him.
Yeah, Jabberjaws was cool. It was like a Scooby, but with a shark, and they solved mysteries and did weird things.
Okay.
But still, same company. I mean, same company made it. Hanna-Barbera made it.
Yeah, and the what was that? Land of the Lost.
Oh, Land of the Lost. Was
Remember
fucking
that?
epic. Oh, the Slee Stacks.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
They were the same creatures. There's a crossover here. The Slee Stack are the same creature that William T. Shatner fought against.
Yes. It was.
Same eyes, same.
When he had to build the equivalent of a bazooka with crystals.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Captain James T. Kirk.
What was Gorn?
Oh, Gorn. Yeah, that's what it was. Yep, Gorn.
Yep, the Slee Stack and the Gorn are related.
You gotta be.
I think that maybe the Slee Stack are vestiges of the Gorn, that perhaps they were sent to Earth as a scouting party to conquer Earth, and they crash landed and were never able to report back. And as a result, we never got invaded.
Because they accidentally got zapped back to prehistoric times, and the new plan to become a part of American society, and then evolve into humans over time. And that's the reptoids conspiracy theory. Yeah. Then they became reptoids over time, and now they're all our political leaders are reptilian people now. So go Slee Stacks. Good job, buddy.
Yep. Slee Stacks and Gorn. Jenny, you remember the Gorn?
Yes, I have a gnome replica of the battle. You have the Gorn on this side, and you have the whole entire crew as gnomes. So, yeah.
Shit. Trouble with tribbles, man.
So, Henry Hugglemonster had this one episode where they gave their mom a little fuzzy creature, and then it started multiplying like the tribbles, and Josh and I got the joke. Unfortunately, Cassie was too young to get the idea, but Josh, me, and Martha was like, hey, they gave her tribbles.
That's adorable.
Maybe that's where they came up with the idea for earmuffs.
No comment. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure earmuffs derive from merkins, but that's a whole other conversation. That's going to be a Jenny sex ed talk for that itself in the future.
Have you seen the new Gorn on Star Trek? Strange New Worlds?
No, I haven't seen any of Strange New Worlds yet, actually.
Oh my God, dude.
I go through phases, where I'll watch Star Trek for a while. But I mean, I'm also one of those people that equally enjoy Star Trek and Star Wars. So I'm already apparently wrong by most people's standards.
You're great by my standards. We do
people argue about that shit too much. Like, you can't like both fandoms. And I'm like, what the fuck not, man? Like, they're not even connected. So Star is in the title. Ooh.
Actually, if you watch Star Trek what was it? The second Star Trek movie on the Kelvin timeline, and you freeze and go frame by frame, you see after one of the decks, there's a hole blown in it. If you watch what gets washed out into space, you can see R2D2 getting washed out into space. So they are connected somehow. Hold on, Jenny.
That's fair.
This is a whole thing. This is a whole thing.
What are you going to send me the picture?
I am going to send you the picture since you're running this thing tonight.
Okay. I don't even know how that one happened.
Do you see what you're responsible for, Lily?
How did I become the adultier adult and I'm the youngest one here?
Because we have abdicated. Oh, R2D2 on Star Trek.
Okay. Say her name again and she will appear like Bloody Mary. Lily! Lily! Lily!
Okay.
Don't threaten me. Don't threaten me with a good time.
I have it. Go away. I'm not signing
I actually have
in.
a mirror in my hallway over here that when you go near it, you hear Bloody Mary and like someone screams and the window shatters and like her face is in the mirror and then it turns back into like a completely regular mirror again. And people keep plugging it in and forgetting that it's plugged in, so I'll hear it go off all night long. It's great. It's an emotion trigger, so let that settle in your brain for a second.
All right. Just sent it to you.
Oh.
Just to test the theory. She said one more time. Lily. Nope. No Bloody Mary like appearance. Oh.
There we go.
See R2D2 in Star Trek.
Alrighty.
That's legit.
Well, by the way, people, do the thing.
More lore for the Mythos coming this fall.
And find out how Eric and why Eric was eaten.
Have I ever sang you guys my song about the moose?
No.
Bullwinkle?
No, this is just about all moose, all of MooseCon. It goes like this. 'Cause it's moose, moose, I like the moose. I've never had anything quite like a moose. I've had many women, my life has been loose, but I've never had anything quite like a moose. My moose song. Enjoy. I need an editor in real life too, not just on the written form. Just saying.
I love moose. Moose love me.
Okay, chill out, Barney. we're getting some uncomfortable territory now.
Are we talking about mooses? Or are we talking about Sammy?
I don't know.
No,
I mean, no, not Sam. I'm a Dean guy.
Sam.
I like my flannel and cheeseburgers too much.
Oh, I love Dean.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
I like the research factor and the intelligence of Sammy, but everything else I like Dean for because he cracks me the fuck up. And like I feel like if I didn't own flannel, I would just die. Like I would just wither to nothing.
Flannel?
Flannel, yeah, dude. I don't wear jackets in the winter, no matter how cold it gets. I just put on a flannel. Not even a flannel jacket. I'm talking like flannel shirts. That's my winter jacket.
In the winter, I still wear t-shirts.
Yeah, dude, I just walk around the t-shirt. If it's so bad I see frost growing on my arm because I can't feel it, throw on a flannel shirt and I'm good to go. And I'm the only person that has our haunt logo on flannel shirts too, because that's my thing here.
I am very jealous.
Jared?
Jealous.
Okay. I thought we were heading into $5 footlong territory there for a second.
I have a hoodie, sweatshirt that if it gets like -5 degrees or colder, I put on, and it has a large Fractured Mind Publishing logo on the front of it.
Nice.
I want one of those too.
You want
Fractured
one?
Mind anything.
Fuck yeah. I need a Fractured Mind Publishing flannel. I need all the companies I love to print on flannels for me. I'm not surprised that you don't even have Little Caesars, sir.
We are underrepresented.
I know. Like the 90s flannel community is very disappointed right now. I'm the president, so I would know. Make number one agenda with all two of us.
Wait, I think I'm okay because R2D2 never wore flannel.
Yeah, but that's different.
No, he was intelligent.
Yeah, no, because he existed in a world before flannel. A long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I'm just saying, like they just didn't have flannel. But I feel like if R2D2 had seen flannel, he'd be like beep beep boop, and then he'd wear flannel.
I don't know. I think C-3PO was more the flannel guy.
Yeah, I could see. I think R2D2 is probably more the hammer pants, MC hammer pants. I could see R2 in some hammer pants. But yeah. 3PO is definitely the corduroy and flannel. I can see it.
Yeah. I think R2D2 is just a naturalist.
I feel like going on a field trip with you guys.
A field trip?
I'd love to.
Where would we go?
Outside, the outside world. Give me a second. I'll be right back, and then we'll be outside magically.
Musetos. Musitos. So hi. We should seriously actually do the ad break anyway. So let's go ahead and do that and then come back.
Since we're near the end anyway.
Yeah, I totally forgot about it, but we should definitely do that. So see you people in 3 minutes. Please check out all the things.
Greetings and shabebans. We are the Retro Reductibus Cephala Podcast, a long-form bi-weekly show that celebrates all the things that made growing up awesome.
Well, that sounds good, but I don't know what all those words mean.
I think what Parasite Steve's trying to say is that on Retro Reductibus, we explore a range of retro goodness, from toys, video games and movies, to cartoons and even snacks and school lunches.
Oh. And we do it all with a positive spin, a slew of killer guests, and some very adult language.
And you know what else is cool?
No.
This crazy show is part of the Door King Podcast Network with new episodes every Tentacle Tuesday.
What's that?
And if waiting 2 weeks for a new episode gives you a sad, know that we drop bonus episodes all the time, like the off-format Crow's Nest and an interview series we call The Brig.
You can listen to Retro Redoctopus on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or any app that's cool enough to carry the only show that celebrates all the things that make growing up awesome.
Hello.
Hello.
Hold on a minute. Let me turn it this way. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, there we go. I can turn it something special.
Yes.
Can you guys hear me? Because I can't hear you.
We hear you.
I can hear you.
If I turn it back this way, I can hear you better. Hold on.
I can hear you.
What about now?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. It's my phone.
It's got to be your phone.
Is your
Yeah,
volume
it's
all
a
the
me.
way up?
It's a me problem. Entirely, it's a me problem. There we
Is
go.
your-
Yeah,
is your
I fixed it.
Is your volume up?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Am I echoing too bad?
No.
No, not. No
Okay,
echo.
Awesome.
So, oh, Mark saved for Millie. That's interesting. Anyway,
That's my subtitle. Yeah. Oh, that's cute. You think I sleep? I know your tricks. Hey, I said your name enough times. You didn't appear, so I think I'm good, man.
Oh my
safe.
God! Speaking of sleep, I ran across this series. What the hell was the name of that? It's on Apple TV. It's an Apple TV exclusive, so you can't get it without Apple TV. But
No, that's my.
let me pull this.
So from Apple TV.
Yeah.
Yes.
There it is. Okay. Apple TV. I'm pulling it open now. But it's about this couple that falls in love and they have a child. But it presents initially that the mother is going crazy and does something horrible to this child. But it ends up that it's fairies and they've stolen the child. And it's just a really, really messed up thing.
Very nice.
But it's done so well. I can't find it. Can't find it anymore. That bugs me. Don't they know who I think I am?
I actually have a horror urban fantasy short story about a changeling that's pretty fucked up. It's part of my Seth Ridlock series.
That's the name of it. The
Yeah, I figured, yeah.
Changeling.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. It's called The Changeling.
It's really good too.
It is. It is. If anybody needs some entertainment after reading more lore from the Mythos, it's an excellent film to check out.
The classic film, man. It's definitely got classic like cult status right there.
Yes. Yes, The Changeling.
Yeah, yeah, but then it would be a nightmare. Yeah, then it would be a nightmare, so we would be good, man. This is my give Willie shit day, just because.
Is Raz, is that a role you're on?
Oh yeah, no, I pack my own tubes, man. I got one of those fancy machines.
Okay.
I press the button, it packs them for me because I'm lazy.
Nothing like having roll-ups that look like cigarettes.
Oh yeah, see, I'm not smoking the weed right now. This is actual tobacco. It's native tobacco. But the tubes I use are Zen, which is a marijuana company. They use a lot less of the additives and the chemicals and the filters. And they burn a lot slower. So not that you can have a healthy cigarette, but between the native tobacco and these kind of tubes, there's a lot less shit in them, which I like. I've been smoking cigarettes this way for a long, long time. That's how I can get away with chain smoking on air when I used to smoke all the time without dying because of what I'm doing.
When I quit smoking, I had smoked for 48 years.
Yep, I just hit my 33 year smoking anniversary last month.
Now all I do is this.
I smoke weed and cigarettes. I don't really drink. If I do, it's stupid rare. Maybe the occasional hallucinogen, but that's me.
Yeah, I occasionally have a cooler or a beer, but
Yeah. I did share a drink with Steve Van Samson and Derek Rook when I got to meet them, though, because it seemed like if I'm going to meet somebody, it's a social thing to do. So I'll have a drink once in a while. But if I'm going to have a drink, typically I prefer a nice scotch that I can just sit with for a while and just enjoy it and not feel like I have to down it, because I like to. You savor that shit. You can't be a monster when it comes to good stuff like that. You have to just sit and chill out.
My sister's boyfriend, for my birthday, bought me a bottle of 18-year-old Macallums.
Oh,
that was so good. So I have never had better scotch.
I got to help somebody down a $10,000 bottle of scotch and have an actual Cuban cigar all at the same evening. Very weird circumstances. That was a fantastic night.
This was not $10,000. It was like $450,000, but it was damn fine scotch.
And that's the Cadillac right there, man.
It was so good. So good.
I just don't drink often, but when I do, I want it to matter, as long as I'm not paying for it.
Well, it's like when I drink bourbon, I like either my preferred is it's called Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
It's the same people that make W.O. Weller's.
Okay.
Like W.O. Weller's is their bottom of the barrel,
Gotcha.
But Buffalo Trace is just so smooth. And it's only $80 a bottle.
Right. If I'm going to slum it, I'll do Jack's. But I like Gentleman Jack if I'm going to go with Jack Daniels, because that Gentleman Jack, it's more expensive and the bottles are smaller, but it's refined so nicely and it's so smooth that that's what I'll mix my Coca-Cola into right there.
Have you had the Honey Jack?
Oh, that's good too. That's actually pretty damn good.
Yeah, it is.
Once in a blue moon.
If you're slumming, Honey Jack is good.
We actually had moonshine last year. We restilled it to make it stronger from the person who made it, and they were trying to do apple pie moonshine, but it just did not even really taste like apples. So we refined it all, made it stronger, brought out that apple flavoring, cinnamon, real nice, and then we infused it with marijuana. So the great thing about it was like the way that we did the process and everything. I mean, as long as you weren't getting like sloshed on and you were just drinking, like you were starting to get drunk and you'd stop. The way we infused it cut down on a lot of the hangover the next day. So I really didn't have. I had like probably like 6 or 7 shots of it. It was strong as fuck, and the next day I was fine.
I remember my biological father, the sperm donor that was responsible for my creation. He finally decided to show up when I was 16. So I went out to visit him, and he was a bandito, and they had what they called snake oil.
Yeah. I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Oh my God, dude. It had Everclear, mushrooms, indica, and one other thing. It was another hallucinogen that was in there.
That usually it's mescaline. Usually,
I don't know, but you all you needed was just a shot.
Oh yeah, straight to the fucking moon too, man. Yeah, that shit. I heard by talking about that since probably the mid to late '90s. Since the last time I heard it being around.
Yep. Snake oil was the man. It would mess you up,
but it would cure all your ails.
It would cure everything. It would cure everything. It I think it even cured STDs.
Oh, I mean, at least herpes for sure. It doesn't just burn them away. That's why I would just burn them off your face.
But snake oil, I haven't heard anyone making snake oil for, well, hell, I haven't heard of it, like you said, since the 90s.
It's really easy to make, actually. It's super easy to make. It's even easier now with modern cooking appliances like air fryers, for example.
Yeah.
You do a lot with an air fryer. We do a lot of our butters and oils and stuff from marijuana with an air fryer because a lot of problem with ovens is that ovens, unless you're spending like, many tens of thousands of dollars to get a certain oven, none of them actually heat evenly. So making can of butter in your oven is just a bad idea. Even on your stovetop these days with a double burner chocolate like formation, it doesn't work. But if you put it in a glass mason jar and top it in foil and put it with holes and you put it in an air fryer, it evens up the entire mason jar.
I know someone, what they do is they make brownies, special brownies, but then they put them in a dehumidifier so that you have to add, I think, water or whatever your favorite beverage is at the end to reconstitute to its original brownie state.
And it never quite springs back that way. So what you end up getting is like a kind of a spongy version of chocolate bark, which is still not bad.
Yeah. But man, that stuff is good as a snack when you're like out camping.
Oh yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, we do all kind. You name it, we can do. We can do nerd ropes, candies, gummies of any kind. We have like coffin shaped molds and stuff for like hard chocolate. We can do candy bars now, drinks. I don't know. She's had a 5-course meal with it before as well, and of course like sodas and stuff. You can infuse. You can infuse about anything if you know the science behind it. It's not that hard.
Jenny, I feel like you have a story that you need to tell us.
A story I need to say? No, he said coffin shape things, and I'm like, please send Jenny something from the coffin shape.
Yeah, she had got molds from like I think it was Michael's, no, it was Joanne Fabrics, one of their after Halloween sales. We just bought a bunch of molds, and one of them was candy bar molds.
So you
That
make
is awesome.
you make coffin shaped candy bars.
That are infused with herb, yeah, and we got these giant skulls. So we were making these giant skull gummies. Like I'm talking, like the skulls were like by the size of the palm of my hand, or the gummy skulls. But those are huge, so like you can't. I mean, you shouldn't eat one of those all at once because it could go bad for a lot of people.
Okay, I want one of each, please, and thank you.
So you want a coffin and a skull?
Yeah. I collect coffins and skulls and random birds.
Yeah, and these are ones you can eat. So I mean, it works. What up,
I'm a
man?
collector of interesting things.
Yeah. We still got people in the building. We still have people in the building like doing things and wandering around and building stuff. I'm just out here being an asshole. Waving at people when they go by.
That works.
Yeah.
Did you know you were collected, Stefan?
Do what?
You have become part of the collection.
Mm-hmm.
I have become part of the collection.
So basically, me and Jenny together are the equivalent of Professor Slughorn from Harry Potter, and we just collect people.
Ah.
But in the nice way, not the way he does it. So we're better than that.
If you haven't noticed, I have been telling people to read your stuff, promoting the work of your publishing company, and all I've asked is to talk to you.
Yeah.
Or do you have a problem with this thing I've made in the way I'm making it before I put it up somewhere?
Yeah.
Because you published it, I need to ask you first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It has been a respectful thing. You've been collected as a friend,
Absolutely.
not a something I own.
Yeah. This is not a Hogwarts thing.
No.
I don't know.
And
you're a wizard, Harry.
I feel like I could have rolled Slytherin.
Oh, I'm definitely Slytherin. But like everybody I know thinks, most people I know think I'm somewhere between Hagrid, Sirius, and Lupin. So I don't know. I'm somewhere in the middle of those.
Well, I did that little online test that they have.
Oh yeah.
At the official website, and it put me in Ravenclaw.
Now, have you done the new expansive one? Because the new expansive one tells you how many points you scored in each house. Because there's this big thing now about being in one house but being on the cusp of another. It's that's been going on for a couple years now. Because I am Slytherin on the cusp of Ravenclaw.
Well,
it's really interesting.
I might be Ravenclaw on the cusp of Slytherin.
Yeah.
That could be a good thing.
Could be, yeah.
Wait, that would make me dastardly.
Dick Dastardly. Fucking Muttley. Love those guys. I'm worried that Lily hasn't typed in a while. Like she's tried. She's gonna stab me in my sleep. I know it. I just keep looking around like.
We are all Slytherin or Slytherin-esque.
Mm-hmm.
Let's overthrow the turf and take over Hogwarts.
There we go.
I'll make the snacks.
Oh yeah. I'll bring the snacks.
That was the one thing I liked about Hogwarts is they fed their students well.
Yeah, they did, man. I just actually completed my trip to Hogwarts. I started right around Harry's birthday. Well, I start in July and I try to end by Harry's birthday, but I ended a couple days past his birthday this year. But I still did my trip.
You know, there's one reason I want to go to Harry Potter World at Universal Studios.
It's brilliant.
I want the owl.
All right, we all need to do a meetup and go there sometime in the future.
Yep.
I love that shit. I'll give me an adult scooter and just scoot around that park high as hell all day and hang out in Harry Potter World. Except for like if we wait, I'm trying to go next September actually because all the new stuff is being built, which includes an expansion to Harry Potter and their new park and the Universal Monsters Land. which looks brilliant.
I wonder how they're going to run that for the vampires.
Oh, all the information is online. Check it out.
She's not going to stab you in your sleep.
But no, I don't believe her.
No, she's going to stab you in your wake.
Okay. I prefer that, please. Thank you.
Okay, y'all. I am disappointed. This has not moved at all.
It hasn't. I mean, I'm outside now. I have way more room for an interpretive dance. Way more room. Like I'm literally outside. There's like a pit. There's some woods back there. I can dance in the woods.
I am correct.
Well, I'm awake a lot, so that does not narrow it down.
Now, is there an expiration on your offer to do interpretive dance? Is that only for the podcast?
Oh yeah. Unless I'm feeling really saucy, if we hit 4, I mean, who knows?
All right. Well, we have to hit it in the next 14 minutes.
All right, guys, get your shit together, people.
You guys have until 11:45.
Yeah, you can be 14 minutes away from some interpretive dance.
And remember,
10:45 for us.
At 40,000, I will dress up like a Teletubby, and Raz will dress up like a My Little Pony.
But which one was it called again?
Sparkles.
Twilight Sparkles.
Twilight Sparkles. Yes, I will be Twilight Sparkles. Yep, that's me right there. You see it? We look just alike. We're twins.
Well,
I know My Little Pony very well.
My Little Pony. That's all I know. No, my sister watched it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I was a kid, I watched it. If it was a cartoon, it was on. My sister, we take turns controlling the TV. We watched most of the same cartoons, so I didn't mind if she popped it over to whatever.
Oh my God!
I wasn't an asshole. I mean that much.
I blew up the TV because I couldn't watch the monsters one time.
Done it. Yeah.
No.
Fucking love the monsters.
My bad. It was because I couldn't watch Tarzan.
Oh, that's terrible too. Tarzan was awesome.
My sister went and changed it to some dorky shit, and I got really mad. So I went to the bathroom and I got one of those, those little bottles for the eardrops that you drop in your ear.
Yeah.
I emptied it out into the sink and filled it up with water. And I went to the back of the TV and I looked for glowing lights because I knew from school that water and electricity did not mix. And I dropped until it went boom. I blew up the TV over Tarzan.
You need to retest yourself, sir, because that's some Slytherin shit. I'm just throwing that out there.
So, luckily for us, Walmart helped us fix the Munsters and the Addams Family problem with my children. Because there for a little while, they were both like, "Can we please watch it?" And I'm like, "Well, you are most definitely my child." So they had the DVDs at Walmart finally, and we finally got those.
Now you need to get started on Dark Shadows with them next.
They've already been watching Dark Shadows.
Oh, I thought they hadn't started yet. Okay, I see. I missed it.
Speaking of Walmart, y'all, I saw today that Walmart is carrying Jack Skellington washer and dryers.
Yeah, yep, that is true. What's this? Sorry.
I mean, blazing on the front is Jack Skellington.
I could afford one.
Weird fun fact, I once was part of a live stage production of The Nightmare Before Christmas, singing Jack back before I was fat. So many years ago.
Oh, so many years ago.
That was early 20s time.
I was not as I am now.
I was thin
family,
once.
my family is so into Dark Shadows. My aunt's name is Josette.
Yep. We've talked about that a bunch of times. I fucking love the original ones, man. The revival was all right. Crimson Shadows was okay, but the original Barnabas Collins was the shit.
Yes.
Somewhere. We got a bunch of brooms somewhere. Ask Matt. He should be in the kitchen. Matt, I'll go find it for you. See? Building. So when y'all go to your haunts,
Channing?
just know that all year round, we're here all night, every night, just building things for you to go and see.
You sent me something?
It is sending now.
Okay.
This was me in my 20s.
Okay. I'm waiting for my end to load back.
Let me check my end to make sure that Facebook sent it through.
I checked my end, but I feel like that'd get us kicked off of Facebook.
Yep, it's sent.
Yes, but I had turned off Facebook momentarily.
Terrible.
You should never leave Facebook.
There we go.
How dare you?
That's what the Zuck says anyway.
Yeah. So come on, people, you're running out of time for the interpretive dance number.
And just so people know, Barnabas.
No, that's not it.
No, it's not. This is it. It had to finish loading, dude.
Look, I was skinny.
Nice. That's a good pick, man.
Very nice. But still, Barnabas.
He's the man.
I watched him growing up.
I did too.
Yep, I did too.
The whole series over and over and over and over again.
Dark Shadows.
My mom adored it and got me sucked into it so hard when I was a kid.
Mine too.
I love the Johnny Depp remake.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I'll give it that. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I watch it ever so often. If I'm going to watch like the original TV show, I have to end up following up with that eventually.
Yep.
So I'm going to be issuing a challenge to a celebrity here in the next couple weeks, probably on TikTok and other social medias. I am going to be challenging Michael Keaton to a juice off. And yes, I named it that on purpose. I'm going to get in full costume, and I'm going to call him out, and nothing's going to come of it, but it'll be fun,
A juice off.
A juice off, yeah. This is better Beetlejuice.
Oh, a Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, juice off.
Beetlejuice.
Showtime. No, I got to be in the costume to do the voice. It's the whole thing.
I think I would make a good president of Halloween Town.
Sorry, he's got my favorite line in the whole movie. Seriously, it's the mayor. So he goes, "Jack, help! I'm only an elected official. I can't make decisions by myself." Like, that's my favorite line in the whole. The best line ever.
That line, that scene encapsulates American politics.
It does. It's somewhere between that scene and the entire movie of Idiocracy. Mondo, it's what plants crave.
I would show my mom Idiocracy, but I know she would get extremely offended by the language.
Animal Balls, the #1 TV show.
I will never forget them using Gatorade to grow their plants.
Yeah, it's Mondo. That electrolyte. It's what plants crave.
Only classical music for the plant.
That's smooth though, because certain kinds of music will like stimulate plant growth, man.
Yeah, you always play classical music every time you do plant.
That's smart. Make the weed taste better.
You thought it did. I didn't know the difference, but
because you weren't musical enough. That's what happens when you don't believe in yourself.
I mean, I can keep trimming. You're trimming and shit.
Man, this is all Lily's fault too. All of it.
What's wrong? I don't know, but it's Lily's fault.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just Lily's fault. I'm tired. Have a good one, brother. But you trying to hit his bowl.
Raz,
yeah,
Friday. This has been fun, but I'm going to have to beg out for the night.
No problem.
Tell us where you want people to find you.
Facebook. Just Facebook, Stefan Lear, or Facebook, Fractured Mind Publishing. And coming soon, Fractured Mind Publishing bookstore will be live.
Hell yeah. Fantastic news.
Yay. And she says she's being attacked.
But she's the one that's supposed to attack me. I'm just defending myself. I'll tell you what, though. If the campaign does hit 4,000 and Lily says it's okay, I'll still do the interpretive dance.
You'll have to video it.
Oh, no, I'll do it during a padded cell. We'll just do it during a different show. Okay. I'll still do it, yeah.
You'll have to send me a PM so I can tune in.
Oh, no, I'm just going to make you come in and into the chat when we're doing it, like into the show, right? And but you have to ask Lily's permission, you know.
Okay. And for those that are new to the whole Lily situation, she has our highest regard. She
100%.
She is the bomb ass motherfucker. Fractured Mind Publishing would not exist where it is today without Lily. So
she's also my favorite person in the world right now, so I'm giving her extra shit because, you know, that's just what I do.
There you go. It's like my coach used to say, if we didn't like you, we wouldn't make fun of you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, man. Exactly.
All right. Well, I am going to go see if I have any more visitors to the Void, and I will see y'all later.
Have a good one, brother.
I'm just going to hang out in the Void for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to hang out a little longer. All right, we can make fun of Stefan when he leaves and talk shit about Lily. I mean, I'm good with that. That sounds like a good show.
I'll see y'all later.
See you later, man. And then there were two.
My new business cards. Bomb ass motherfucker.
Nice. Yeah, I can actually smoke out here. It's like I'm just chilling out, man. Lord of
Why did that not go off? Let's do that then. Oh yeah, and permission granted.
Okay, guys, you heard it. You heard it from the boss. I have to do that interpretive dance if we hit 4,000. I will legit do it too. I am a cryptid of my word.
Definitely one of my favorites.
No, seriously, I don't get embarrassed. I just do shit for fun. If you can't laugh at yourself, like, what's the fucking point of living?
Where was your favorite part of that amusement park?
Oh, honestly, it was the dark ride. I've had a fascination with dark ride since early childhood with the Hanna-Barbera dark ride turned into the Smurfs dark ride at Kings Island in Mason, Ohio. And that Smurf ride was terrifying. I've actually played clips on it on shows before, on padded cells and shit before. But it terrified me and just amused me as a child. So like I just for a long time would hunt down dark rides. And I've been thinking about when my life changes again and I can take trips again. I always go to paranormal locations for vacations, but I want to start actually seeking out older dark rides, and there's actually one in Pennsylvania that I'm really wanting to go to. It's one of the oldest ones left in our country. So I'm really excited to hit that up and check out some other ones.
That sounds awesome.
With the water ones are infinitely weirder and cooler often than the regular ones, but I don't mind track ones. I like track ones as well. Like Disney Haunted Mansion is a great example of a classic dark ride. But they're installing a brand new dark ride with all new technology in the Universal Monsters Land, which is why I'm wanting next September, if I can, to go to Universal.
Okay. Of the 2 Mythos stories that you wrote, which one is your favorite?
Oh, the dark ride. Yeah, that's my favorite. It's interesting because the one that's in More Lore Volume 2 was the first ever paranormal romance story I did. It's, if you actually pay attention to it, despite being bloody, gory, beings from other dimensions, there's a very solid love story in there. So like it's not that I don't like this story, because I like it a lot. It was just it was something different for me that I'd never tried before.
Yeah,
But
you can tell he loves her with his whole entire heart and soul.
right, and with my mental illnesses, it's hard for me to understand emotion a lot of the time. So I mean, it was it was tough, you know. Like it was hard for me because as an actor, I know how to display emotion, but that doesn't mean I always understand it. But that one took me a long time to really encapsulate, like in my brain, what I thought love was when I was younger. I'm not all that younger. Like I think I wrote that originally. The original version was like 12 or 13 years ago, so I'm at least younger than I am now. When I was really trying to make a point to understand emotion more. So that story helped me a lot with writing a lot of other things as well. So I love it, but the dark ride thing is just extra close to my heart.
Oh yeah, I really like that, and I really like how you gave a list of places to for people to look into.
Yeah, a couple of those are actually still standing and do allow investigations. Some of them have been torn down and no longer exist, but they were all locations that I'd actually investigated before.
And I had no idea Clancy Brown originally came from Ohio.
Oh yeah, fucking Clancy, man. He's a
I love that
badass.
man.
Spielberg, like that whole list, everything I wrote in there was real.
Yeah, but the only one that mattered to me was Clancy Brown, man.
What about Wes Craven and Spielberg?
Yeah, but at that point, the reason he's the only one that matters because the thing we were watching is like, no, seriously. I was having that conversation with my kids. I'm like, oh, that voice actor that's doing that character is from the same place that Raz is.
Yeah,
and
yeah, I've met him a couple times.
Oh, cool.
He's such just a sweet, cool fucking human being too, man. He's a good representation for Ohio. Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm going to write for More Lore Volume 3, though. I'm kicking around some ideas. I think More Lore 3 will finally be There's Something Different About Them. So that the sequel to There's Something Different About Us. I think I'm saving that for More Lore Volume 3. Because I've got a pretty solid fucking idea for that one. But, yeah. I had to do my Mr. Jones diversion with this other anthology first.
Cool.
I think I'm experimenting with psychological experimentation inside horror stories, because what I was doing recently with that story I showed you the other day was a combination of brainwashing techniques mixed with old hidden messages and all kinds of sciencey shit. I researched it for probably like 5 or 6 months to figure out all the trigger words and how to write certain things in certain ways and introduce ideas. So the concept is that by the end of the story, you will believe that Mr. Jones was the monster under your bed or in your closet growing up. It's an implantation of memory for a monster. So it's like, it's my version of Grover's There's a Monster at the end of this book, or Clive Barker's Mr. Begone. I just took it way too far.
Whereas you were thinking that we wouldn't enjoy it, and Martha and I were both smiled throughout the entire story, always had to get to the next line and finish the story. And the fact that you gave it to me partially done, I'm like, I can't wait till it's finished. And then you're like, hey, it's done. I'm like, yes.
That was hard to write, and actually, I'm not going to lie, because the experimentation I was doing fucked up my head a little bit on that one, but I think it's worth it. I've never written anything like it. I don't know if I ever will again. It's such a weird experiment, but I like to challenge myself to write in different genres sometimes, or at least different formats or points of view. So this was my second person point of view, which I never thought I would do.
We definitely give it a 10 out of 10.
We'll see. We'll see when it comes to it. I might still tinker with it. Who knows? I got a little bit of time left.
Till September 1st.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
It's fun though.
Oh yeah, I need to re-go through mine.
Yeah, I'm a fairly decent chunk into writing Silence is Crimson 3 right now too. The final end of that trilogy. It's gone into some unexpected places.
Okay, awesome.
It's weird,
I
man.
got more added to Friday's Ducale Paranormal Investigators with this last story.
Hell yeah.
I'm going back to one of the teacher's ones, and while we were talking, I finally figured out how to give it a twist at the end.
Yeah.
Because I'd been trying to figure out how to write the story for a little while, and then something you guys were saying triggered something, so I'm gonna try that out.
Nice.
So yeah, everybody look for Cemetery Lovers Remorse. Well, hashtag Cemetery Lovers Remorse in the newsletter.
You have another official author in your family about
She's
to
an
drop
artist.
something.
I have an
You're
official
right.
new artist.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yes, and
You're brain
Nightmare
dead.
Whiskers, my beautiful, amazing Soapy, is going to be a Nightmare Whiskers with her first published art.
That's amazing,
And
man.
her and I wrote a poem together. Well, she told me what she was thinking about, and I put it together, and she drew a picture for it so we could do the mommy and me pictures. And we worked on it all together, and yeah. And then she found out she gets to be in the anthology with James and Ron and Raz, and she's like, did a happy dance in the kitchen that she's getting published.
I'm so excited about that. I'm so fucking excited, man.
I can't wait to see it.
Like I keep telling myself,
but in the page.
I keep telling myself the last couple of years I'm not doing enough as a writer, because I was there for a while. I was doing like anthologies with Patty, anthologies all over the place. I had a lot of people buying stories for podcasts, and then life got crazy, and I keep looking back at the last few years, and I keep thinking I'm not doing enough. But like, I think it's the quality of what I've been doing that satisfies. Makes me feel better about not doing as much.
You have been exploring new techniques for stories. You have been trying to breathe. You have been trying to live and deal with comorbidities.
Living is debatable. Living is debatable. Existing, I'll settle for existing.
Well, the existing and the comorbidities is so not fun.
Yeah. But I definitely have been feeling the need to write a lot more often. And this Mr. Honestly, the Dark Ride story and the Mr. Jones story is really, it's got me going again, definitely.
Oh yeah.
And plus, being in the anthologies like More Lore for the Mythos Volume 1 and 2, just, for our pitch there real quick, it also inspires me a lot to be around amazing writers and editors and artists and people that like love what they're doing so much that it's hard not to be inspired by that. I defy you to not be inspired by that in that situation.
Oh yeah.
But the thing that gets me also with it really hardcore is the imposter syndrome, because I'm probably the least accomplished writer in the volume. So it's like, I remember when I got in for volume 2, it was like, wait, what? Are you serious? And then he got a hold of me and called me one day to do the story for this one. And I was like, dude, really? So every time like someone invites me to a project, I'm tickled about it, dude. I'm so like just happy and excited to be included that.
Yeah,
nice. Nice.
Patty has given you an automatic, we want Raz to be part of everything. Like,
yeah,
seriously.
And I love that. Because I'm awkward as fuck in real life, guys. I really am.
Next Wednesday, be part of the Rastopia special.
And what?
The Rastopia special.
I didn't know about that.
Yes, you did.
Oh no! Okay, yeah. We're reading stories. Yeah.
Yes, you do deserve it.
I'll make it happen. I'll show up. For sure,
Okay,
man.
I'm not going
That
to
will be
tell
good.
her because she's like, I really want to talk to Raz again. And I'm like, I do too.
Thank
So,
you, Lily.
yes, Raz is amazing. Even Mom says everybody needs more Raz in their life.
You can't spell crazy without me, so that it's really easy to get a hold of me that way, you know? If you're batshit, I'm already part of your life. That's just a rule.
Well, that's why she's called my crazy mother-in-law.
I love her too, though. She's awesome. I'm not gonna lie. There haven't been too many people in a long time that I've met that I just haven't respected and liked. Honestly, it's stupid hard for me to not like someone. Like, you have to actively go out of your way to even irritate me, let alone make me not like you. I can count on not a full two hands on people that I just can't stand and don't want to be around. Honestly.
Oh yeah, and I just dropped my mouse.
Mouse abuse.
Dude, I've been running on migraine head for a while, and then I accidentally clicked Tomb again. Why do I always click Tomb first instead of Clutch? My brain is just always on Tomb of the Terrible. I'm like, what movie next?
It's just a thing that happens.
Yeah, Ginny's just that way.
So it looks like, if I'm understanding this correctly, August 31st is when I'm going to be doing my first ever 5-minute stand-up act here in Dayton at Wiley's Comedy Club. I'm supposed to be getting some stuff here pretty soon to promote that, but I'll make sure we get some video from it for some clips to show you guys.
Please.
I keep telling them it's a terrible idea, but they won't listen to me.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Oh yeah, it'll be fun.
When I get banned, we'll totally find out.
Yeah, that's going to be fun to see.
Yeah. We need to do a campfire soon, man. Like, I miss telling stories. I need to tell stories soon.
Well, we can do campfire next Sunday if you want.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, it depends, because if the campaign does 4,000, it's got to be a pet itself, so I can do my interpretive dance. Because Lily gave me permission to do that if we hit it by the end of the campaign. See, so now I have to do it if it happens.
Okay, if we don't hit 4,000, they'll do campfire. If we do,
And it's me doing an interpretive dance in a tutu, and if I can find the coconut bikini. If I can't find the coconut bikini, well, we'll make something. Maybe I'll just use whipped cream.
yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure something out. Man.
Okay.
It's been a good night. Honestly, I haven't gotten a chance to just sit and hang out with everybody.
I missed you, man.
Oh, I miss you too, man. I miss everybody, really. It's building all day. I'm actually, like, half the time I'm actually passing out, like, by 1 now and waking up at 8 every morning. It's so weird to have a normal time span, because that's when we get up and start building for the day, and then we just build. But then I'll wake up at night and have my thinking cheese and wander around the haunt and get some ideas, you know. It's all about that thinking cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any other random questions?
I have 3 more.
All right, shoot.
What?
I'll answer whatever.
Have you ever done a random walk in a cemetery and find something in the woods that you were unsure about?
Actually, yeah. My favorite story about this is, again, back in the paranormal investigation days, there was this certain cemetery that had some pretty hardcore activity. Like, you would feel like you were being watched if you went to a certain grave, and you'd, like, out of the corner, you would see things coming out of the woods at you, like, you know, like, it's supposed to be spirits, right? Well, I went and I found the cemetery, and it was a gravestone, and it said, "Passers stop as you pass by, for where you are, so once was I. Where I am, you soon will be. Prepare for death and follow me." And I memorized that because I'd never heard it before. Come to find out, there's a lot of cemeteries in the world that actually have that. I had just never heard about it because I think I was like probably 11 or 12 when I ran across it, and like those words like burned into my brain for all time.
Oh, okay.
We're live, but you're good. Yeah, we're just hanging out.
We're fine.
We're live, but we're hanging out.
Okay.
So if we reach 4,000, I have to do an interpretive dance video next Sunday. with a tutu and a coconut bra if we can find it. But if we can't find a coconut bra, we'll build something else. So I'll have to have somebody like hold the phone because I'll have to do it outside, so it's safe for everyone. So somebody will have to hold the phone so I can do my interpretive dance. It's gonna be some Squidward shit, probably. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
It'll be fun either way.
I'll get some pool noodles and shake it down. I'll do a pool noodle bikini if I can. If I can't find the coconut, I don't know how that even works, but I'll figure it out.
What has been the most interesting haunted destination you've ever went to?
Man, I have been to a lot in my lifetime and hope to go to more. Fuck. It's a place I told a story about a long time ago during one of our campfires. Clifton Gorge, the old school that I told that story about, that we went and the thing that was inside it, and I still have to go back there every year. Yeah, that was actually a real story. That was not one of my fake ones. I legit do go back there every year, once a year, and then it is simultaneously the most exciting and most terrifying place I've ever been. And I actually dread going to it every year. I dread it. That's the only place I've ever dreaded going to, and it's a tough spot, man. It's a tough spot.
Okay. What is your favorite way to eat chicken?
My favorite way to eat chicken?
Eat chicken.
Eat chicken. These days I do like some the breaded boneless wings. I do like those. I do dig those. It's easy. Just pop them right in your mouth,
Oh yeah, they're awesome.
And no, I'm not doing phrasing. I don't care.
Yeah, I do honestly believe the Pizza Hut ones, the garlic butter ones they have, is a heck of a lot better than the Sonic ones.
It's the garlic parmesan, man.
Yeah, the garlic parmesan ones.
That's my weakness. That's my favorite right there. Garlic parmesan.
Oh yeah.
I like spicy things. My stomach don't. But like the garlic parmesan, if they're made right, taste a little bit spicy, but they don't feel spicy on my inside, so I can actually eat them. It's nice.
My only problem is when I got pregnant, I had to eat something spicy because the child was a jerk.
Look what you did, you little jerk. So that's my favorite line from Home Alone.
Mm-hmm.
You might drag race in the damn parking lot at midnight. Oh, never mind. It was just my drag racing in the parking lot.
Have you ever seen a hearse drag race?
I've seen a hearse that had a flame propulsion system on its rear end, but not a hearse drag race.
Okay. Because apparently that actually is a real thing. I didn't know about that until Ron put it in a story.
Yeah, no, it's a legit thing that people do. But when I was a kid, I saw a '76 Cadillac hearse that had a rear flame exhaust system, and they would like, rev up the engine, and it would legit shoot flames out the back. It was the coolest thing I ever saw as a kid.
I think the coolest one I saw was the motorcycle drawn trailer that had a glass covering on it for funerals.
Oh yeah, those are cool, man. That's really interesting. I like those.
But yeah, other than I had one other question I'd wanted to ask since I had you here.
Okay.
Which one was your favorite fake horror anthology you were in?
The first one.
The first one?
Honestly, because like that was a period of time where I almost gave up writing. It was a pretty fucked up period of time. I had just we thought I was dying, like legitimately dying from COVID. Even the hospital thought it, and it was and then a lot of other shit happened before that until we had gotten that apartment, and I was just giving up on everything, man. And then that kind of just happened. And it wasn't like we made the deal for me to re-release the Mime as Silence is Crimson, the first one, and she gave me the offer to do that, and it could not have came at the more perfect time, because I think without that I would have probably, I may have picked it back up by now, but maybe I wouldn't have. Maybe I wouldn't even be a writer.
That is awesome.
And she ended up taking 2 stories from me on that one, if I recall. Yeah, 2.
Was that Nightmare Whispers?
I think so. I think it was Nightmare Whispers Volume 1 and 2. I think that was my first one.
Volume
Anyway.
1 and 3.
Oh yeah, you're right. That was the 3-part. Yep. Yeah, that was a crazy time, man. But I that same time also was when
Peyote.
I think it was Mr. No Sleep that bought my Can You Hear the Voices story from me, and that was the first story I ever sold to a podcast. Like that happened like at the same time that I had gotten the offer for the book and for that anthology, and then a couple months after that was when I got approached by Natalie from over at Chilling Tales, and they bought my first couple of stories. So it was like it all started, with fake horror, and then like all these good things happened all at the same time. So I kind of saw that as a sign, like I'm where I need to be now. That's why things are happening.
And I'm thankful you just randomly decided to talk to a random fan that one day.
Also, because of that, was one of the greatest things that ever happened too. But none of that shit would have ever happened, I'd not ran into Patty and talked to her and met such amazing people, man. And of course I met Stefan and Lily, Stefan Sampson, all these amazing people. Dell, obviously.
Oh yeah. I'm grateful I got to meet you and all of them. Good place to be.
I like to think we have a pretty entertaining crew.
Oh yeah. I lived here. That's why I'm glad I get to be here tonight.
Yeah. Fucking awesome, dude. We do have a fun community. We're the best.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that's all my random weird questions tonight. I'll have more later.
Okay. Anybody else got any questions? Ask anything. This is an AMA, I guess, apparently now. Stefan, Lily.
Did you have any for me?
Oh, you know what? I do. I do have some questions for you. So what inspired you specifically to write the story you did for the Elliott Menagerie? Like, what part of your life did you draw from for that?
So my mom told me about some of her ghost experiences. She was a what they call a sensitive, and like you and a whole bunch of other people, and she had two of those things happen to her. One of the ones that scared her the most, what started it, was the repeater ghost.
Yeah.
Because Barbara and Janie Barb and Janie is actually Barb and Rhonda in real life, my aunt and my mom, and this actually happened to them. And it scared her the whole time she was in the house because it happened every night at the same time. And she'd met the little boy ghost, a version of that little ghost at my uncle's house. And I actually played with that kid. And the other thing was just taken from one of the haunting shows. That other ghost was taken from one of the, I can't even remember which haunted show I was watching. I watch a lot.
Yeah.
So all of that together, I just put it together to try to make a, hopefully, not a bad story.
It was a great story. It's a fantastic fucking story. I think the boss is leaving us.
The boss is leaving us?
Yeah. Lily's leaving for the night.
Okay. Oh, I didn't see that. Good night, beautiful lady. And I did get some of your books. I already had one, and I didn't know that until I saw your name, and I'm like, oh, I have one of those books. So I got 2 more when Josh get paid.
Yep. And remember, if we get any complaints from this show, they're sending you the emails. So, thank you, Lily. We love you, Lily.
I'm sorry, they'll send me the emails.
But then you got to forward them to Lily. She's got to answer them.
Okay.
But I feel like when she answers them, she should also correct their grammar.
Yes.
Because that would just make it more fun.
All your insults will be graded.
Yes. We will be judging you.
That's smart.
I don't have access to pictures on my phone, or I had to put a judging you up.
Judging you. Okay. Should I put your favorite ones?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
I'll put your favorite one up.
We're judging you.
There it is.
The monster is judging you.
This is my favorite one.
The horse. Wilbur.
Any other questions?
Yes. If you could write about a story about any mythological creature that you have, or cryptid, or legend, what would it be?
Well, I wrote a story about Shiva. A real nightmare I kept having, but mythological creature or cryptid. Huh. I've been trying to figure that one out. I wanted to add those little leg things with the ball head in something, but I've been trying to figure out how to write that.
The President Nightcrawlers?
Yeah. I've been wanting to add them to something to make it funny or something.
That's pretty cool, man. Would you like the origin story?
Yes, please. And he disappeared. Well, okay. We'll find out if he'll be back. Either way. There he is.
Wrong lever!
Yes.
There we go.
You need to have that up somewhere.
we do. I say it enough. I feel like I'm usually the one hitting the wrong damn buttons and leaving and coming back all the time.
I hit the wrong buttons too, but it's usually at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, it was fun. No, like I said, all my errors tonight are Lily's fault. So she possessed me and forced me to exit out and re-enter. It's the truth, and you can't prove otherwise, huh?
Exactly. We can't prove anything. There is called psychic controlling possible.
For sure, definitely. But yeah, also the other question you usually ask, if you could have dinner with any of your characters, who would it be?
Sage. I want to talk with Sage.
That's a
I
good
want
choice.
to find out about Death and her grandmother and her mom. That would be so much fun.
Oh yeah. Just a reminder, guys, we're here promoting more lore for the Mythos Volume 1, the Kickstarter. You definitely want to contribute to this campaign. Honestly, as we discussed earlier, multiple volumes will be coming out, and in order to survive the madness that is Cthulhu when he raises from Relay, you will have to own every volume. Sorry about that, but also not sorry. So give us all your money.
I am fixing to own every volume that's out, every version.
Yeah. And remember, we're like, it's a little over 3,700 right now. If we hit $4,000 before it's over, I'm going to put on a tutu and some kind of coconut bra or some fashion and do an interpretive dance live in the podcast on Sunday, this coming Sunday, a week from today. But only if we hit 4, and only because Lily said so.
That would be awesome.
Yep. So awesome. I'm definitely going to do the truffle shuffle at least once.
Because, yes. And just because. Death.
Yes, also because, yes, death. Well, we're sitting a little over the 3-hour mark now, man. Dang.
Yeah.
That's nice. Very chilled today.
Oh, yeah. And I've enjoyed the conversation. You guys have been fun to listen to.
Oh, yeah. It's been a blast, man. Definitely a blast.
I didn't expect him to be actually from Navasota.
Yeah. See, I knew that, and I didn't realize that you guys both didn't realize these things.
Dude, I went to school in Anderson when I was younger.
Yeah.
Thing that confused me is they eat okra at the Anderson school when I was going there, like most people eat French fries, fried okra.
Right.
And I was like, okay, that's new.
Yeah, Michelle's from San Antonio originally.
Fried okra is okay.
Yeah.
Staple side down there.
Oh yeah.
I told Josh we have a plan some October coming up. We have to go to Ohio and visit at least 4 haunts.
Yes. We'll do a haunt tour.
Oh yeah. Is it raining there?
Oh yeah, it's storming. It's been storming on and off for a while. It's starting to rain a little bit, but it's supposed to storm again tonight.
Yeah, I can see it raining in your background.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I got a really decent camera now, so you can really see shit in my background. Yeah. I don't think I could have done this with any other phone I've ever owned until this one. Oh, you got to say hi to Matt. Matt, you're live on air. Hello,
Hi, Matt.
We're hoping to bring back wrestling in the near future.
We look forward to that.
Yeah, with Steven as well, of course.
Steven is looking forward to that. He's
And you have all these faces
people.
over here. Let's see. Can you see yourself?
Hi.
Jeffrey, say hi, Jeffrey.
Oh, Brooklyn's just hiding her face.
Hey, B-Rad. She will pop up behind me on camera. She says she'll tell, but now she want to show her face.
Camera shy.
Oh, got her anyways. Right.
In 4K. Ultra HD.
Hi.
There you go. Here we go. But yeah.
My finger smashed into a door.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say my finger smells funny.
Let's smell it.
No, I don't. I do not want to smell your finger, Matt. Maybe later.
Okay. Next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday, yep.
So, does your wife know how many characters you name after her?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He tells me so many times.
Usually it's Michelle or Lynn.
He likes to tell me a lot.
Yeah, not always. She's not always the victim.
No.
Not always.
And more lore from the Mythos? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And other ones, you make it out alive and you're doing the mom thing.
Yeah.
And other ones, I'm the killer.
Yeah, you have. Yeah. There's something different about her.
Yep. And there's something different about her. Yes. And Lost Creek was interesting.
Yeah, Lost Creek. B-Rad was also in Lost Creek.
Oh, yeah.
Matt was actually present on that camping trip. He just didn't make it into the story because I couldn't work the angle properly.
Okay.
But he was actually present for the actual thing that happened. And so was Jason. Jason was actually there for that too.
Yeah.
That rocks.
Great geek stamping.
Yeah, it was nuts, man.
And I have 2 versions, or 3. No, I have 3 versions of that story in print now.
Yeah, wait till I can finally send you a package and give you the Campfire Tales because every story had an original drawing with it as well from an artist, a local artist.
I can't wait till I get my box. We are looking forward to the box.
I'm looking forward to finally being able to send it. Really, I have it ready to go. It's waiting on some to put the trading cards in.
Did they ever fix Ron?
I don't know because they had a couple cons right in a row, and then Pyle was gone and just came back today, so I'm not sure.
They also had an emergency.
Yeah, they went down to emergency call in Georgia. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they should be done rather soon. I've seen Pyle's card in person. I finaled his card in person.
That rocks.
And I finaled him in person frequently. And Ron, too. I finaled Ron in person. And Dell.
Now we got to figure out how to do the in-person thing.
Look, I'm finaling Matt now. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm finaling him right now.
Great. If I ever
I
get
know it's not even
to
Tuesday. He's excited.
when I get to see you guys in person, if you guys allow hugs, I'm gonna still hugs from all of you.
Oh, we're all huggers, man. We're all huggers.
Actually, it's good at Jeffrey first. Give it to Matt so he doesn't separate.
These people don't know how to pass polls. It's sad.
Matt.
All right, my phone is getting low now.
Okay, we should probably
Finally.
end it. Oh,
Yeah.
Should we tell people where to find us, or do you just figure they already know by now?
No, we got to remind them, man. You got to keep saying it and you put it in their heads.
Okay, you first.
You can find me at raztslasher.com, where action figures are sold, now with Kung Fu Action Grip. You can find me under any social media account you'd like under Raz T Slasher, but you're probably talking to the #1 Raz cosplayer in the world, which is Jenny over here. Also, you can't find me unless Lily says so, apparently, so that's the whole thing now. You're going to have to send her an email. I encourage sending many emails to her. And then you can find me here on Ally when I'm able to be here lately, which will hopefully be more in the future. And you can find me at the Dungeon Haunted Attraction this season, starting September 14th till November 2nd. So we're super excited about that. Come see me as Beetlejuice a couple times at least this season, and come see all our amazing actors and all our cool shit. Now we have a coffin ride you can do when we're here. We have a jelly blaster Nerf arena where you can shoot people while you're here. There's so much to do in so little time.
Even if it's a 3-second video, please send me a video when you're in Raz costume. Not Raz, but Beetlejuice. Just saying,
Oh, I will.
hi, Sophie.
No, yeah, you guys need an updated one.
Yeah, we need a hi,
Maybe some
Sophie,
more.
definitely. She'll be
Yeah.
so happy. And,
Yeah.
well, you know me. I'm here at Owl Light. I'm here at Fake Core. I'm at Friday with the Library in the Blue Box. And I even have an author page, Jennifer Elliott. Please read our stuff. Please get the More Lore from the Mythos Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing, the amazing thing, that is
Yes.
also amazing. Owl Light Menagerie with stories from so many amazing people, including
way.
us. All the proceeds for the first year goes to the proliteracy.com. Place. Every adult has the
Pro-literacy.
right to literacy.
There we go.
Help
Words are
people
hard.
Yes. Help the adults succeed. Thank you for coming. We have appreciated you listening to us ramble randomly for the past 3 hours.
And if you hated the show, tell Lily all about it.
Exactly. Bye.
Later, guys. See ya.